So now it'll just be 11-minute delay. That's not a big deal. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so now I just got in the bottom drawer, 2 6, 2 hearts, 6 of diamonds, 8 of clubs. Alright, we're good to go. Sorry about that. So checked all the way around. Let me just get there. And you're good. Sorry about that.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to GPC Live. We are doing an impromptu 1-2-5, which means the 5 is you have to bring it in for $5 in order to play. A little different twist to Hold'em, but this is going to be straight Hold'em with bomb pots. So everybody's favorite is we're going to have some bomb pots here. So how are you? I'm joined by Tracy. How are you doing, Tracy?
Hi, Tracy Brown here, and ready to do some commentating at Georgetown Poker Club.
Oh. Sorry about that technical difficulty. I had my phone on with the stream on as well. So, all right. Well, I'm glad to be co-hosting this with you, and looking forward to some action. We have a lot of Georgetown regulars in here popping in and playing some very friendly Texas Hold'em here. And we're going to start off with a bomb pot. Obviously, we talked a lot about bomb pots last week. Everybody's favorite, except for yours and mine.
Well, yeah, that's true.
This is strictly gambling there. I know we had short notice here about getting this stream together, so thank you guys for joining us in the chat. I see Poker Piles in there. And Alan, a.k.a., do you know Alan?
Alan, which one is Alan?
He's not. He usually plays the stream, but he is not here today.
I played with most of these players.
He enjoys the 4-card variety of poker, though. Okay, we'll go around and talk about these players and who they are in a moment. I have had the opportunity to play with a few of these players as well. So we are off to a bomb pot here. I think we're at a bomb pot, yeah. All right, here we go. So like I said, not seeing players' hands here. Give us momentarily. Check. Now, please change that watch. So when I look at bomb pots, I like to kind of reverse engineer this a little bit. I think I said that last time, and say what is the best hand so far right now. Of course, now I just can't remember what the flops were, but well.
And we're not able to see the players' hands right now. Sure. It's not popping up yet.
In the chat, Brutus, let us know if you can hear us okay, or if you can't hear the table just fine as well, because we have the ability to turn it up and turn it down. So learn something new every day.
So right now it's a mystery. We don't know what the players have.
Just told it was some technical difficulties. So I'd love to see someone have a 7-9 with another 9, give them a set and open ender on one board.
Or a set of jacks, or kings, I meant to say. There's no jack.
You can't do that yet. You gotta wait 30 minutes, sir. Did I win this hand yet? No.
Well, I do know Paul. I think he's in seat 5.
Paul is a regular. He's here just about every day.
All right, so I think we're seeing some hands here now. We have Casey here, 2 pair in hand. Not seeing. I do see the 7-9. And also the 7-8. So German actually has 2 draws. And now German has trips on one board, but Linda also has trips. But she is out kicked with her trips. She's trying to scan the Joanne doesn't have much there. We're gonna let that go. Casey did turn a 10 and now has a set of 10s, but still is behind a jack, queen jack. Might be a little concerning there, and that's definitely not going to help Casey's comfort level with the jack coming in. Completes the flush, which Linda does have the 3rd nut flush with an 8 on board. It'll be on the monitor. And it looks like German's German's going to win half this if he stays in.
Too cool. Shut up.
The vote on the bottom. No, I don't.
Yeah,
Dang
that
it.
bottom beat.
Dang
You got
it.
it straight up top as well.
Oh, I thought I had something else.
She's got it straight.
She's got a flush.
Well,
top.
yeah. Flush there. Yeah. Either way.
Linda, she has.
I at the bottom. She was saying
One.
Oh my God!
Oh my, that scared the rot out of me.
Sorry, that was the buzzer beater to go to the championship.
Yeah,
So much excitement.
I thought that was, I heard that earlier. I thought because we are a 15-minute delay, I thought that was about the hand. Until it's,
But it wasn't.
it was. We're watching the NCAA basketball March Madness, which is really just April right now.
You'll get a chance to see it again.
Oh yeah.
Don't yell.
Just don't
There'll
yell.
be no reason to yell after we see it. See right here, look.
Here he goes.
I didn't
This
think
is
he
to
was
go
wearing
to
the clock.
this is to go to the championship right here.
Oh, look at that.
All right, now we're off to our
Beautiful.
regular hold'em. A little different about this game. It is a 1-2-5, which means if you want to play a hand, you've got to at least bring it in for $5. So you won't see any limping with the $2. So
This is when I first started playing cash games. This was the very first game that I played. Was a 1-2-5.
okay, my first cash game was a 1-2.
So basically, it's like playing a 2-5 game. Just 1-2 of the blinds and $5 to bring it in.
I'd hug you, MJ, right there. So hard.
Chicken dinner, baby. All right.
Good shot.
Paul wakes up with his suited Broadway cards, good enough for a raise. And the $10 raise, we'll take it. Take it home there. All right, chip counts. German and Linda up almost up to 550, not up 550. We're all the way down to 110. This is a $500 capped game. I'm not sure if we're playing match the stack or not.
I don't
think it matters right
but
now.
I think that's just what they bought in with.
Yep.
Yeah, the game's
And the top two teams go
game's still pretty new.
to Mexico to play in another tournament, right? So we made it to the Final Four. The team that beat us lost. And so
Yeah, I got to start playing more tournaments myself. I keep saying that for like the last 2 months, but I haven't played one since. But I want to start because I want to make my way out for that World Series of Poker. That all those tournaments out there. So
Oh yes, you have to put in some practice hours.
yeah, can't play it like cash games. There's no rebuys. I was hearing that you can pre-buy a lot of those. You have to pre-buy those tournaments using a credit card.
You don't have to, but
Oh, unless you
it
want to wait in
saves-
lines.
Yeah, there's usually long lines, but they seem to be open. I don't know if they're open 24 hours, but I've gone there late and the lines are pretty short.
and then that made
But right before a tournament starts, they're very long.
the other three Super Bowls.
So will this be your first trip to Vegas for the WSOP?
Well, for the WSOP.
Oh, how exciting!
I went through all three Super Bowls with it, and then that record was broken this year. But
Are you playing the Colossus?
No.
That's a good one.
I don't know.
No. Yeah, that's
You gotta be a record still for the
what is it, $500? $500
I think
buy-in?
it's around
Yeah.
500. It's
No.
reasonable, and the structure's pretty good.
If I'm going to play a tournament, it has to have a 60-minute levels, or I'm not going to play.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that one's I think 40 minutes.
which is much better than tournaments out here right now, but it has to be really long levels.
Yeah, it's pretty-
So there's like a
it's pretty good.
$2,500
My
look
son
into
tests
than the 10K. That's like 2 hours. I think.
Are you buying into a 10K
Yeah.
tournament?
Well, the main event. That's like, if I'm going to go.
Oh, play satellite.
I
play
just
a
lose all those satellites.
No, I've actually won 2 satellites. So I've gotten into the main event with $1,000, and
Yeah, I probably don't have that kind of time. I just want to get to, because I think with the 10K I think with the satellites I wouldn't do very well. I don't think it's just like playing another tournament, and plus those are like a little faster.
They are.
So yeah, that really wouldn't like lend myself to my skill level, but to take a shot at the 10K with the 2-hour levels, yeah.
I think next time if I play the main event again, which I'm sure I will at some point, I think I would start the second day or towards the end of the first day, because the levels are so long. They're 2 hours. And
You get a mountain of chips, right? Yeah, 100,000 or something like that.
50,000.
50,000?
50, or maybe
I thought it was.
maybe it's 100. Was it 50 or 100?
And there's
Gosh, I played so many tournaments when I was there.
Who was the higher seed?
I think it was 50,000,
Or no?
but the levels are 2 hours.
Yeah, you can do 5 hours, so it's 5 levels. You're in that.
So even if you finish the day,
That
you
2 to
still have a
400?
lot of chips. Say if you finish with your starting stack, you're actually still pretty good
Mm-hmm.
going into the next day.
Yeah, but I'm going to start it off right at the
Yeah.
beginning.
And it's
get my money's
exciting.
worth.
Yeah, it's exciting at the beginning. They make all these announcements, and it is exciting.
Yeah, we had a couple of local poker players here in the Austin, San Antonio area that did really well. One person came in 32nd from here from Austin. Another one came in 100th.
32nd from here in Austin?
Yep,
Oh, do you know the person's name?
I do. I'm not going to say it because I
Oh,
don't know if he wants
okay.
me to.
All right.
but if you know, if you watch
I'll
poker,
look
you
it up.
probably know. Yeah.
Oh, German has, let's see.
All right, we're back to poker here. Sorry about that. So we
Yeah,
have
he went to 5, yeah.
we have a 4-bet from German.
No, we did already.
Yeah. Let me get in there.
4-bet with pocket sevens against MJ.
Be careful if I can.
How you doing, sir?
So we have MJ leading out here.
With a gut shot?
Yeah, well, I think it's because German checked that flop.
Yeah.
We really like to see German bet that flop as he's the pre-flop aggressor. That ace-queen really hits his range a little bit more. Sure, he has a lot of experience though with MJ and knows that MJ would not be calling a 4-bet unless she had an ace or a queen in her hand. so
Half of the second half, and they put
instead of burning money on fire, he just lets it go.
Standing between the owner.
No, it's just April Fool's.
Oh, you tell him I had it on her.
I was in the big blind or something.
So of all these players, who do you think will have the highest VP?
I believe seat 9 will. So will seat 7.
You had a parlay bet?
We'll also have a high
Oh,
VPIP.
two, just two. No, for the second half.
Actually, I think it's easier to predict who had the lower VPIP.
It's important.
The lower VP would be.
Well, I think Paul likes to call a lot. He likes to see a lot of flops. In my limited experience with him, very limited, he calls a lot of flops.
I saw the other phones over there. So.
And he bets out pretty often if he has any draws or any part of the board. So his VP, it'll be okay.
Can you see any cards in the box? 9 fold.
So seat 8, I don't believe I played with him, so I can't say anything about him.
You've played with him.
Have I?
Yeah, tonight.
Well, besides tonight.
He sat next to me for a minute.
I played for like 20 minutes. So I
That's
meant
about what
like
I
in
played.
the past.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so I wasn't involved.
He probably is their best player,
in
though,
any hands
Trammell
with him.
fold. Is the day.
We have Ken here. He's got 8. He's raising it up to 15.
Ew, ew, ew.
Linda has ace king and
She
called
did not
15.
re-raise.
And look at that flop for Linda.
When I started watching basketball too, though.
Let's see if she slow plays this.
1 versus Kentucky.
I mean, she pretty much has almost the whole board. She
Have
She
a
bets
good
out.
team, you know.
Ken might
Yeah,
call.
from Michigan, bro, we ate our lunch every fucking year.
I really think there are no mistakes in poker, but I really think that raise there was way too strong. You're really telegraphing you have a king.
0.6 rebounds.
Keeping out all of Ken's kind of bluffy moves and stuff like that. And she should have really raised pre-flop just a little.
Had his own 30 for 30.
I know,
Try
yeah,
to build that pop. Ace King is one of those top 5 hands.
And it was suited.
And yeah, and it was the suited, which makes it actually twice as valuable. So
And I believe she had position, right?
she did have position.
Yeah.
So
He's the one I like that came to Detroit.
could have built that pot a little bit bigger there.
First
I
campus.
do like Ken's C-bet though, especially with a paired board like that. It's almost always going to get through unless the opponent has one of those, and one has trips, which is exactly what his opponent had there. So
Dirty Diaper. Joanne, 3-2.
I like to call it Little Slick.
Little slick. I'll play it sometimes on the button, especially if they're suited. Why not? If it's cheap enough.
5-fold, 6-fold, 7-fold.
Ken's been aggressive early on here. He's raised the pots he's been in. I like it. I like that style. It's got some suited connectors here. Plays pretty well on the flop. You either know if you hit it or you don't, and you can move on. Versus Ace Queen is sometimes a little tougher to play. There is a 3-bet here by Adam, and we do get a call from Ken. Let's see if we can get a connecting card here. I think whoever bets this is going to win. It's hard for Adam to really rep anything here. He doesn't have anything that flop or that turn is going to connect with. And if he had an overpair to that, he would have bet the flop.
He would have bet the flop.
Yeah, so
sure.
this might be pretty easy for Ken to call, but he has nothing as well. His nothing is even worse. So
Ace floating. See what happens.
and I think he recognized that Adam cannot have anything here.
Well, he hit the river. That's why he called.
Try to get some value. You have to be pretty thin here. He bet 100 there.
60.
60?
Yeah, 60.
Yeah, that was a good sizing then. All right, still early on. We got chip stacks from 560 down to 210 here. Sorry about the background noise. We do have the basketball game on in the background, not in this room, but they're on the felt.
Yeah, they should probably turn it down.
It is turned down. Keeps turning back up. Sorry, that was my phone. So.
No, I meant the game.
Oh.
They have it on the TV. Pocket Rockets. You ever get butterflies?
Pocket oh wow,
Oh,
aces
and
versus
kings.
kings. Paul is definitely coming in with a 3-bet here.
Do you still get excited with pocket aces?
Nope.
No, I still do to this day.
It's depending on the flop, it is almost always just one pair. It's tough.
True,
Yeah.
but it's still exciting to see.
But you definitely need to isolate here. You definitely need to isolate. And so Ken's gonna bring it up for.
Paul just called. Is that right?
That can't be. And then you get a flop like that. That's gonna really favor his opponents here. You actually have 2 players with a 7.
It's an action flop. Action flop. Here comes a big pot.
And Paul might be thinking of raise here. I know he likes to min raise a lot. Maybe to 100.
He did. He min raised. He called it.
Yeah, I've seen him do that before when he's strong. Well, he perceived as strong, but he's way behind. He doesn't know it yet. And he's going to get and 2 of the top pairs would have folded. I would have called with any one of those top pairs once, right?
Right.
Especially one of them had backdoor. They both had backdoor straight draws, I believe, but that's a small tell. I don't even believe in one tell, right? That's how fast you bet. It's tough for Ken to put Paul on this particular hand. It looks like a set almost because
look at Paul's expressions. He looks pretty excited about this pot, but little does he know that. He's
wow, they're both
dominated.
all in.
No matter
There's nothing you can do. Aces versus kings.
Well, Ken's got to put him on a set here because he didn't raise him pre-flop.
We'll see what up.
Well, you have an option to run it twice if they wanted to.
If I were Ken, I would take the once. Just if you get beat, you get beat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really,
I felt that one coming.
oh, it's a chop.
Wow.
Oh my
straight on board.
goodness, it is. 2, 3.
You know, that's a good one for the camera.
Yeah. That was really good. Wow.
Oh, with
What are
the
the odds?
Yeah.
I was hoping you had queens. or
Straight
something.
on the board.
It's
And those
exactly-
and that 7-8 would have won with the better straight.
Yeah, red. Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Aces
where's the
are
4?
good hand.
Yeah.
I mean, are the graphics
How did they?
wrong?
Yeah, I think because they definitely chopped. No, they didn't chop it.
You weren't
Took his
working.
money. Oh, 'cause
Oh.
I heard. I apologize. I heard someone's on the say chop.
Oh, I was like,
I was like-
am I reading this wrong? There's
I
no
know.
straight on there.
All right, so
Yeah, good hand.
so Ken wins there. I apologize.
Bad hands.
My fault, Brutus.
Good answer.
I heard chop.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
Well, even if Paul raised that pre-flop, it still would have been all in.
It would have been
pre-flop.
all in.
So the results are the same.
Well, I tried to raise. I tried to raise first.
I said no matter what, you know, call or go all in, you're gonna push it on the next one anyway.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Thanks, sir. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I tried to raise the first time, but I didn't put enough chips out.
Yeah, well.
Oh, there you go. That's why he didn't raise it. He says he didn't have chips to raise. He wanted,
Well,
he
you
wanted to
know.
raise pre-flop with kings. That makes me feel a lot better because I am not a fan of limping kings. Even though you are
Oh,
against
what did he
aces.
say? He said what?
He didn't put enough money to raise. He meant to raise.
Oh, he meant to
He didn't
raise.
mean-
Oh,
he-
okay.
yeah,
That
so
makes sense.
he had to take some of his
yeah,
money
that makes
back.
sense. So if you can't three bet kings, what can you 3-bet? It's like,
Looks like we're on to a bomb pot here. That's a little bit uninspiring, but let's see if somebody has club draws.
Yeah.
that's the only hand I can say unless you're hitting a set here.
I'll check.
Beats you. Oh, and we have Joanne with a great PLO hand, but
It
there's
is a-
nothing here for her
right,
now.
the board's, she has a king.
Not seeing clubs yet.
Casey has a king.
There's a set. There's a set for Ken.
Ken has a set.
Yeah, you didn't even have to pick it. That's one we got left over.
Paul might hit a queen on the turn.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, I like that
He's
too.
folding. So Ken has the best hand right now with the set on the bottom. Well,
German does have clubs, and he's going to. He's also got a gutter on the top board.
straight draw, flush draw.
And he hits the straight on the bottom board. It's not the nut straight, but
Sure.
But it's a straight.
it's a straight nonetheless. Plus, he has the redraw to flushes on both boards. And Ken has been out. I'm sorry, Ken still has a set.
He has
but ace.
outs to a full house.
But now Joanne has what we call a wrap here on the bottom, so she can get an ace, queen, or 10, and she's holding those cards to get her straight on the bottom. She doesn't have much on the top though, so it's probably a fold for sure. It's not really worth it. I like if you have a big draw like a wrap, you got to have something on the other board to continue in these bomb pots, in my opinion.
And as you see, the percentages on Joanne are the lowest with that hand.
Yeah. And German also has a gutter here to a straight on the top board as well. So he has a lot of draws. Plus he already has the straight on top, but he can redraw to a bigger straight, I believe. He's hoping for a club or a 6 on top. club on the bottom. So he improves. He got flush now, which I don't know. A lot of times you like that, but you don't like that, right? Because you don't have a strong flush. But it's hard for other players to have a flush in this spot because there's so many clubs already out. Yeah. So, but he is probably not going to get any action, however.
Which is a good thing because he'll be scooping the pot.
He will be scooping it here, and it's a nice sized pot too. It's a full buy-in pot.
Both boards.
And so the only problem is someone has a bigger flush, they're just going to call with a 10, even with the 10 high.
But like you were saying, it's not likely somebody.
It's
has,
tougher, yeah. So, I'd like to see German just check this because only a flush would call in this spot most likely. German saying, please fold, please fold. Because you know if he gets a call, he's...
What do you think? He's going to call or not?
No.
I think he's going to call. Well, no, I don't think he's going to call because there's flushes.
Yeah, there's two flushes on both.
There's no way he can call.
Yeah.
That's straight on the bottom. Flush.
Flush.
Scoopity scoop, German.
Picks up a $200 profit there.
Anything but close.
And everybody knows that it's rare to see a bluff on the river in a bomb pot.
Right.
Actually, I haven't seen one yet, so.
No.
Could have been, I just missed it. So
I know.
I've yet to see it.
take a look in the chat here. Yes, thanks, Alan. No straight on the board. That was my fault. I heard someone say chop. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. So don't tell people about timing tells. Doesn't mean I'm right. Just that's how I look at it. That's how. Pretty full.
Raise to $5. MJ made it $5.
No, that's not a raise. That's just a call.
Oh, it's showing raise.
Yeah, it's the only way he can do it.
Right,
yeah.
right.
So when it says raise to 5, she's not like
Okay.
min clicking it. That's a bring it in. And with ace queen, I would expect her wanting someone to re-raise so she can re-raise.
I don't think she would re-raise.
I don't either. But that's what with ace queen suited, you want to like isolate a little bit more. You want to build the pot up.
You want to build a pot. It's such
Yeah.
a strong hand.
And Casey does re-raise with her king queen, and she's gonna flop the nut flush. Pretty good flop for her. Joanne does have 2 pair though, so we could see some action here. And Joanne's gonna push, and of course,
More than now.
MJ's
folded?
gonna call. No, she called.
Oh, did
Yeah,
it went over there.
Yeah, she would have with 2 overs to the board and the flush draw, the nut flush draw.
Yeah, she can't fold.
Yeah, so
It
I
might.
suspect Joanne. Oh, Joanne checks.
Just us. I think. Yeah.
That's surprising.
All in.
So I'm talking about
Full house.
I'm talking about bet pacing. She said all in before that 8 hit the hit the street. She saw the 8 and she said all in. Obviously, MJ's not going to call on this point. Yes, as a commentator, I like to try to predict what the players I think should be doing or what they are going to do, and it is fine to be a little challenging, Alan.
I've also seen players that bluff go in very quickly because there's no thought process and they're just pushing other chips. But it could go either way. The player could be very excited.
It is player specific, and if you play long enough with somebody, players tend to do the same tendencies. When they bluff, or unless they're very high level players, they can rarely balance that out. But players, between the 1-2 to 1-3, 2-5 even, tend to do the same thing over a course of a long sample size. And you can probably pick up on those things. I always try to tell people, be very balanced and count to 3 before you make a bet or fold or anything. Just count to 3. It doesn't seem like a long time, but it
Oh,
is
so there,
significant.
Jenna's
So.
coming back here?
That's a raise.
Yeah.
Just remodel.
6, 7.
I mean,
It's like the third time we've seen
it for
rates.
sure.
Again, it says raise to 5, but that's just a call because
A raise.
it is a 1-2-5 game.
Nice.
And Shannon bet she 3 bets the beautiful Ace King suited to $10. So that's just a min click basically.
min.
There's another
Yeah, I know.
Ace King who is 4 bet to 20. I've not seen a 4 bet in only to $20. But here we go. So we're gonna min click.
So they were just min clicking.
Yeah. So. And I suspect Ace King of clubs would re-raise.
See the sign.
Shannon did not. She just. Oh, this should be action here. Players aren't too deep.
Napkin?
Sorry. You need something.
I didn't shake it off.
35.
Shannon checks it to Joanne here. Joanne's going to bring it in for like 60 or 70. She bets 35. I will stop guessing what players are going to be doing.
And he just called. I would have bumped it.
This is where I would like Shannon to re-raise any kind of.
Thanks,
But it goes check.
Kings with an ace.
I'm surprised the pot isn't bigger.
It was a good raise.
That is a little confusing.
Yeah, that
I was thinking
It was
maybe.
it was a 4-bet pot,
And
and,
then it
it's
was-
only $118.
Yeah, it's.
It was a good race. 'Cause I didn't-
Yeah.
I was thinking somebody. I was thinking the card reader read the cards wrong. But yeah, I mean, I think the result's going to be the same, but I would figure that'd be all in pre-flop, or at least when the flop came and they both hit top pair,
Yeah.
top kicker. That's rare to get top pair, top kicker. So I would have been very, very aggressive with that. But that's just me.
Maybe
Yes,
they were afraid of aces.
Alan. I know in tournaments it's a lot different as far as betting pace and stuff like that.
Appreciate him.
I did.
Well, especially the.
Yeah, you could definitely
Yeah.
Well, they're good, but they're
things
not.
change versus cash games.
I should have waited for the flops.
Yeah.
What is it tonight? 10?
7s.
7?
7s.
Oh, CFAs, okay.
Oh yeah, that's good for this table as well.
He's going for $2 for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did too.
So the tournaments that you're playing in Vegas, are they all Hold'em or other
Yeah.
games?
Oh, strict Hold'em, yeah. Although I've started playing a lot more mixed games last year, I'm not confident enough to.
2 fold. 3 fold.
Okay, so you got Adam, 3-betting to 20, 9-10. And I really like it. Ken's got Jack 10 of clubs. He can do either way, but I think he'll just call this. So we got a lot, and we got Shannon with 5. So we got something for everybody here.
Shannon hoping
7,
to
8,
hit
9.
a set.
Really not the flop we were really looking for.
25.
So Joanne has Queen King.
Yeah, she's got to bet this big because there are 4 of the players in this hand. You want to either
And
ISO.
Joanne usually does. She puts the metal to the pedal. I've seen her play.
I think with this, oh, she only bet 25. But I think the players know when Joanne bets, she's got top pair.
They should know.
They should know, right? I mean, well, she's going to get a caller with the 5s.
That's a surprise. Well, and she checked.
She missed some value on that one. Not that he would have called another bet. She could turn this into a bluff catch,
Queens
hoping.
with the kings. Thank you.
I think Joanne was just being nice to him there.
Friendly poker.
Be careful.
Well, just
Open with pair. Yeah.
stand over, Paul.
Yeah, there you go. That'll make it work.
That doesn't
Very well.
necessarily show the wins.
Sure.
It just shows their stack because everybody bought in at different
Yeah,
amounts.
that's true. That's true. $500 is the max buy-in. We do have the cumulative wins over
Oh.
here. It's on our separate screen. Shows the VPIP and stuff. And right now, although we haven't played a lot of hands yet, Joanne and let me see here. I saw another 50%. Ken is at 42% VPIP.
7 fold. 8 fold.
I'm sorry, Ken's at 57% VPIP. MJ's at 50. So we got some high VPIPs. Casey's only got 8% right now. She's the lowest VPIP so far.
3 fold. 4 fold. 5 fold. 6 check.
And we are off to the flop. Joanne's got the suited king here. Casey's got the jack 8, which I like better because it can make a straight. And now she's made top pair along with Paul, the top pair, who has got Casey out kicked here. And nobody with diamonds. Linda has diamonds. She has a diamond. But she's probably not thinking that. And of course, Joanne does have second pair.
That's 15.
Casey improves to a flush draw to go along with her second pair.
1 call. 2 call.
This is going to go check all the way around, I believe. Oh no, I like it. Paul's going to bet here.
He thinks he's good because everybody checked on the turn, right?
Yeah, but it is an ambitious bet, right? What hand would actually call him? Paul, like maybe, you know, even if a queen call, he's still losing to any queen, any ace. He is, like you said, he's probably thinking if somebody hit that queen on the turn, they would have bet. But someone could definitely hit that ace.
Call. Shut up.
Jacks.
Yeah, you got me out kicked. I thought you
Love it. What my plays, I like it.
I said you had me out kicked.
Wow, that was some. Paul really picks up some nice value there. I was.
Yeah, no problem.
It was a
someone
value
got a call. He was targeting a weak jack there.
Sorry.
He read his hand.
You're a
And
good
you gotta have
winner.
the queen.
You're a good winner, sir.
Laugh right there. Not quite Skeletor, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So right now it's showing Ken as the most aggression.
Whoa.
But Joanne has the highest VP. And Casey and German, is that right? They have the lowest VP? That's a surprise. Maybe German's not picking up cards?
Yep, German has 15% there. I've seen German play a few hands. I have not seen Casey really play. And by the way, Casey, that's C2, and that is my wife's name. So
Probably Charles Manson.
I'm going to be rooting for Casey.
Darkness.
Does your wife play poker?
No,
No?
no. She'll watch the streams I commentate.
Ah, you
Or
should
if I'm
teach her.
on.
We need more women.
No, she has no
Playing
interest. She
poker.
doesn't gamble at all. She doesn't like. Although I don't really consider, I would be in the minority here, but I really don't consider poker gambling
It's a strategic game.
for me. I mean, yes, I think luck's a huge part of it. I think everybody can agree. You get very frustrated when you go all in when you have the best hand and somehow you don't. So like that doesn't make sense.
So German 3-bet with 7s.
All those hands perfectly reasonable to call the 3-bet there.
Shannon has a 7, so he has a small percentage of hitting a set.
So Shannon actually has the flush draw as well. And we've got Linda has got a gutter here.
And Ken has
He has top pair, top kicker, so he's definitely going to bet this, as he should, especially
Top.
multi-way. 40% pot, though. Looking to get a caller in there, and he'll probably get at least one caller. Shannon's definitely calling.
9 fold.
German's like, well, that raise didn't work, but it did sure help my VPIP.
6 check. 7 check.
I know it is, Alan, but I just like to say 3-bet. There's always going to be a 3-bet because the $5 is a raise. And then that's all. I'm like, oh, 3-bet to $10.
Ah.
All right, so I love the sizing. I love the sizing that Ken's doing here. 150. You know, it's 70% pot here. He definitely doesn't want. He wants to charge for that flush draw. So it's really good sizing.
You know what's coming though.
Cards.
Not good, huh?
Because you may have had each close to keep What?
Ken is starting to run away with this game here. The most profits so far. Ken's also at 55% VPIP. His pre-flop aggression's only at 16 though. You can see that.
That was made.
No, I'm sorry, it's 33%. I have really bad eyes. So he is our most aggressive player as far as pre-flop aggression. So, which you will probably, I think that stat is going to be skewed because everybody's going to raise pre-flop if they just call. If you're under the gun here because of the $5 bring-in. So it's a little misleading. So we may not talk about aggression because everybody's numbers are going to be a little skewed.
So we're seeing the 3-bet is actually just a raise.
Well, I think the $5 is a raise. It just brings it in for 5,
Well,
and then
it's
someone
just
re-raises it.
Well, it's just a call because
Yeah.
it's $5 to call.
All right, we've got 6 players in this pot, and all in for 15. They're all looking to gamble here. And there's no really analysis going to be going on this one. And nobody out of all 6 players has an ace. Everybody has backdoors, except Ken does have a pair. And he's actually ahead, and he's going to bet out on this. He doesn't need to make it big, and he doesn't. So he makes it 25. He's like, well, no one else seems interested in this hand. I'll go ahead and...
And Ken is the big winner right now.
No one can even call. German looks sad. I just found out earlier we were both born in Germany. I thought that was neat.
I've been to Germany 5 times.
I've only been once, and that's when I was born. I moved when I was 2 months.
I like the parades in Germany. When there's a parade, they're out handing wine and beer.
Oh,
Everyone's
wow.
happy.
My wife will love that. I don't drink. I've never drank. That's not true. That's a big lie. When I'm on vacation, I'll have like a blue Hawaiian. Something like that. But I don't drink. But my wife loves that. Speaking of parades, we just had Mardi Gras finishing. Have you ever been to Mardi Gras?
I believe I have.
We've been there. I've been to lots of Mardi Gras, but I actually graduated.
Well, I've been to the Mardi Gras in Austin. I've never been
That's
to
in
the
New
one.
Orleans?
Not the one in New Orleans, no.
That is,
Have you been to that one?
yeah. Well, I know I grew up in Florida, but one year I actually graduated in New Orleans, high school.
How you doing, sir?
So I was there. I lived there for 1 year, saw a lot of that, and then we just went to New Orleans a couple years ago for Mardi Gras.
It's pretty wild there.
It was such a good time.
Yeah.
It's odd because I don't drink, and I still had the best times I've ever had.
No, not even in your pocket over the table.
Okay, that's cool.
So we got 2 diamonds.
Okay.
Adam, we can't see what he has. And we do see Linda.
Linda has a king.
And she's not even active yet? We've got Paul
she's
betting
on
with
the
second
button.
pair. I'd like to see her raise this.
Especially in position.
Yeah, I mean, if you get re-raised, you can fold your king 6 because you don't really have kicker issues, but you know, top pair is pretty strong here.
But she's probably not too comfortable with her kicker, so she just called.
5, that's 15.
Now the flush gets there, and Linda's not going anywhere with her flush draw.
And Paul continues the aggression.
Paul's really looking for that ace now. So we're seeing a little pattern here. We're seeing bet on the flop, bet on the turn. It's always check on the river. Every hand, it seems like. With that last check, I think Linda could have bet something really small to try to get some value. Because Paul would definitely bet if he had something better than top pair there.
But maybe you should put him on King 7.
No, they just need to know so they can put it in there.
During that run, one of the Shannon Anderson really did with Jim Harbaugh, and then they had like Richard Sherman, Marshawn Lynch, Russell Wilson.
So what's the 125?
125 coming in. Yeah.
We do have a new player here. How exciting. Seat 9. I do not know his name is Irish.
Irish. I like
Irish.
the name. Irish? Are you from Ireland? Have you been to Ireland?
No. I know where it is on the map.
It's on my list
about-
of places to go. It seems like it'd be so much fun. The Irish, they're so much fun. And the Scottish. I love the accent. I love a Scottish accent.
I've never... I was born in Europe. I went to Italy and France when I was in high school on a field trip for school. It was a great spring break, and I vaguely remember that.
Oh, the food is so good there.
I remember
France.
hating the food.
Oh, well, as a child.
Yeah, I remember...
So you're saying you didn't like snails?
I didn't have snails, but we went to Spain, France, and Italy, and I remember going to Spain, eating the food there, thinking I was going to get like Taco Bell, and it was not. I was like, this is disgusting.
They gave you a bowl of paella.
I don't know what it was, but the tacos are different. Everything's just different, right? So
Some tapas.
I'm just used to like American.
Yeah, you want a hamburger.
So they didn't really, not in the 80s when I went. So. We do see Shannon here with a
Shannon
flush.
flopped it. Look at that. He is all in.
The name threw me too.
Sorry.
I said that.
He is all in. Shannon.
Which is 150?
156.
And Paul just,
Yeah, this is a fold.
it is a fold.
You do have an overpair.
He doesn't have a spade.
He calls.
Yeah, well,
All right, Brutus Poker, you got to help me out with this one. He's got to redraw to a straight flush. Yeah, so now he's drawing dead here. Oh, and he hits his set.
oh, but that doesn't do anything.
You didn't even have
It's like, yay, I hit a
No,
set.
I was betting nobody else had it.
But the thing is, it's really hard to flop a flush.
Earlier, I flopped a flush against someone else who flopped a better flush. I didn't lose too much.
I wish I
but
had Jack.
Oh my
I
goodness.
slowed down. It was against C8.
Need that.
See, he had a queen high, I had a 10 high.
Yeah, so Paul didn't put him on a flush. 'cause,
Good answer.
I mean, most of the time.
Maybe a flush draw.
Yeah, most of the
Yeah.
time, people aren't flopping flushes.
Yeah, I had to try it.
So I don't blame him for calling.
Yeah.
That felt like a pair with a flush draw.
I had no-
Right.
Like, well, I guess we're gonna find out. So. And I figured knowing you, you might have just had the ace of spades. So that's
No, but he's telling you exactly what
yeah.
he's doing.
Yeah, that would have.
Can only grab the
Try what?
Linda's 5.
Oh yeah, she in?
Yeah, she's right there.
I figured you might have just had like an ace of spades. I figured you were gonna go
I
for
only
it.
beat Paul in the hand, and it's on film.
Yeah. Blackmail. Savor the moment.
Are you
sir.
going to stay and play after the
All good.
stream?
Probably.
Since you came all the way out here.
Yeah, this could be your classic. This could be getting my ass kicked.
Saturday night. What else am I going to do?
I could sleep.
That's right. You played 14 hours of poker?
Adam, can you use
That
Bridger?
is incredible. That's endurance.
All at the
Yeah,
same
that's
time.
the only endurance I have.
All for one.
It's the only.
The only time I played 14 hours was in a tournament. 14 hours straight.
I've played a couple of 20 hours, but they have to be. The game has to be like really.
Oh, 20-hour
Yeah.
cash game? So my longest session for a cash game has been 10 hours.
Like you go in at 3 and you leave around 11 o'clock the next day.
10 hours. I need to break that record.
Ooh, this is an interesting flop. If you have one board, you have the other. So let's see. Let's look. Someone's going to need the Jack 9, something like that, or even spades. We do see a set here for Joanne. I don't see anybody with spades. She's not going to like her set, though.
The boards are so straighty and flush.
There we go. Ken's got it. Ken's got the nut flush, and he should bet this out because that board's going to pair somewhere down the road.
Fill that pot. And he did. He bet 40.
Nobody has much. Joanne.
Linda, what is she? Oh, she folded. Okay.
To be fair, I mean, then they go to Toronto.
The Irishman
Don't
folded.
worry about it. Let me get all your food. Okay. Just hang out.
Well, this is going to be a chop pot unless we see an ace on the bottom board.
Huh?
Or,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, that's it.
I mean, technically, yes. The only part I was Steph. Clay, Katie.
This is a tough one. Now, Ken has a nut flush draw on the other board.
I'll never forget because that one game in the Steph.
He's gonna like to be really aggressive here.
He should pot it.
Although it's only 120. Maybe he wants a call. Maybe he bets smaller to keep that 9s in there.
But right now he just has the top board. If he can get her out. But
She does block Jack Queen. That's probably not very significant in a bomb pot, as more in a hold'em hand, but it's less likely he has the nut straight, but he could have Jack 7, he could have 6-7, and it beats her set of 9s.
it's very straighty.
And Joanne also hit the straight too. I missed that, but that's inconsequential. Oh, she got quads. Now she's feeling very. They're both feeling. Oh, they are not feeling good because that board also pairs on the top. She bets really quick.
360 is the pot.
Got to feel pretty comfortable with the quads.
It's usually a winner most of the time.
Because you know you're going to get at least half the board.
Three bet spot. 1, 4, 2, 1 bet spot. Go down.
Have quad 9s on the top and a straight on the bottom. What do you have?
Flush.
Two spades. Yeah.
Joanne seems very serious.
Yeah. How to do that though with quads.
Yeah, you need pocket 8s.
Yeah, I'm sure Ken didn't feel too comfortable with the board pairing with his spades.
All for a $15 profit. That's why it's important to try to keep that third person in there a lot of times. It's,
It's high risk
Yeah.
and low reward, but a whole lot of fun. Whole lot of gambling.
The watch may interrupt with.
Any electronics have to be away from the table.
Your pacemaker, leave it over there.
Oh, well, I guess I better leave. I got so much metal in my body.
Oh my God, do you?
Not yet, but I will.
Uh-oh.
Got enough to do.
that was probably our biggest pot of the evening, over $1,000.
Yeah.
It's on a bump.
When he was a CIA.
And you said they profited $15?
$15.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I think when your head's up in a bomb pop, you almost always know you're chopping at that point, unless you smash both boards, which is very, very. The likelihood of that is not very good.
So right now, the ones with the highest VPIP is Joanne and MJ. No, Joanne and Paul. and then MJ. No, I'm sorry, my mistake. Ken has the highest VP.
61%.
61%.
And I think we'll see a lot. I think we'll see the VPIPs really high because we are playing 1-2-5, and we're seeing a lot of limping and very small raises. So I think a lot of people are going to want to see some flops here.
Scoop the bomb pot.
Yeah.
Go to 7-Eleven, you find gas anywhere in the region cheaper. Yeah, you said 11 rack on the price.
Oh, really?
Came out today, yeah.
Oh, nice. No,
I don't know how.
I'm
I haven't done it yet.
yeah, that's anywhere in the nation.
I know
Or
it's
no,
in the
Rose's
region.
in region.
Joanne must have something decent. She's calling $35.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Well, we can't see.
Ace queen,
Yeah, they're gonna.
What's
ace
your
queen or
guess?
better. Ace queen or better.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
I say ace,
Have to move with the gas price.
ace jack.
This is their first
10
my
with
guess.
10s. Well, if it's ace jack, she is now.
So what?
Only a couple cents each gallon.
Well, franchise is a penny and a half, and 7-Eleven is like 15 cents. You know, and then what they'll do, then they push to $36 in stores. So what's that?
All right, he goes for $50 here.
Let's raise the price 10 cents.
We're going to find out right now if she can beat 10s.
So they may have to knock it down 5 cents, but
My guess she has two
everyone else
overpairs.
so they're making another 5 cents a gallon.
Ace jack. What is your guess?
Ace queen.
Ace queen. All right.
So they're using.
Well, it's not ace jack because obviously
Yeah.
she
So
would.
the next year, you actually 2 cents a gallon times so many
Guess we'll
stores.
have to
It's
ask
millions of dollars for them.
It was not ace jack. I think ace queen. I think you were right.
They didn't come out.
I have a good pocket pair.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't have a
This
problem
gets hard to
with
get your
it,
legs
but I
on
did
the
have
corner.
So when did you get on the other side of the door?
two big ones that didn't come out.
I mean, I didn't raise 35. But
Yeah, but you're
But I
not.
can't do that.
You're not. So.
You could have.
I could have raised with ace king.
But that's what
But
I
I didn't have ace king. I had a pocket pair.
Yeah, I had ace king. But don't, if it doesn't come up on the flop, it
Oh, okay, yeah.
probably not
That's the
coming
kind of
out.
break you're talking about. I get it. Okay. Well, here, let me see if I can help you out. So.
Doesn't always win.
Okay.
This looks nice.
Has to be 70%.
4 call, 5 call, 6 call,
Is that Lynn's Cafe or no?
8 fold, 9 fold, 1 call. I really thought TCU had a shot against Georgia. Others call, football.
Okay, here we go. We see ace 10, ace 8. So it looks like most of the aces are out. Ace 5 with a stronger hand. Casey with only 79 behind.
1 check, 2 check.
Picks up the nut flush draw, so he's not going anywhere. And he could have even bet there.
Nobody hit an ace. Surprise, surprise.
We do see MJ with bottom pair here.
5 fold,
Ken with a gut shot.
6 fold,
And Linda with second pair.
100% my fault. Yeah, I looked at my phone. I looked at my phone to the score as Texas was winning by 10 points. I figured, hey, let me watch the end of the game at least. I can say I saw it.
Nut flush
Yeah.
draw.
That's what I thought he was going to do. There's some fold equity, although not much, because he only had $79
Yeah, he's short.
behind.
That's a good move. And he'll probably take it down.
Alabama, Houston. I mean, like everyone. Amazing. Minus San Diego State. Somebody.
4 fold.
Yeah, well, I had one guy in Texas game.
There you go. Casey's going to win that hand there. Pick up an extra $50 he did not have earlier. So
Build up the stack.
Just choked in the last time. You could feel it slipping away.
Yeah, I mean completely. They choked. Last 10 minutes just choked.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
I like that coach, though, that guy that got promoted up, whatever. What's his name?
Harry.
I don't know what's gonna happen to him.
Got a 5-year contract. You got paid.
Paul must have had a really bad hand there. He's gonna fold.
Or getting paid.
Casey, can you tell your standard? Adam, you as well. Change your deck, right?
Sure, they'll pop up here in a minute.
4 folds, 5 folds, 6 folds,
And there they are.
7 fold. 8 leaves.
We did have to see German leave the game here for a new player.
1 fold.
And Ace King Adam, so he's gonna raise this up. He's gonna 3-bet it to 15.
Shannon will come along, I'm sure.
I'd like to see a bigger raise from Adam. Because when one person calls, another person's gonna call, then another person.
7 fold.
So we're a 3 to the flop.
Yeah. 30. 2 bets, 30.
Yeah, when Casey calls there, he's definitely got,
7 fold.
obviously he's got a, oh, he's gonna lead out, so
He's-
he's got a queen for sure. He wasn't the pre-flop
Absolutely has a
aggressor.
queen.
Yeah, he wasn't the pre-flop
He's
aggressor.
first to act. He's betting
Yeah.
out. He has a queen.
And I actually like Adam's call here. He's got 2 overs to the board, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, so.
8 check.
Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Casey does not have the best hand right now. It's a tough spot for Casey, right?
50.
That's a nice check from Adam on the turn.
Really trying to induce that bet there. He bets half pot, less than half pot. It's good sizing here. In case he's probably asking himself, if he had an ace, wouldn't he bet the turn? Or does he want me to?
I think Casey might call.
Yeah, second pair. Such a small bet.
He's like, good check on the turn. Good check.
I actually thought Adam played that really well. As the pre-flop aggressor, you can't fold if someone just bets. You know, especially with the 2 overs there and the backdoor equity to go along with it. So it's a really good play by Adam, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. Means nothing.
It's a good opinion. So I'm guessing you're not playing any cash games tonight?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm really tired. I might.
But not another 14-hour marathon?
No. No.
Probably more expensive.
Or more efficient.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. If we add more activity.
Well, I'm going to be looking for you on
No, I mean,
ESPN during the WSOP.
Well, I will definitely social media that Instagram. Almost all that. Actually, I used to Instagram all my results. I haven't really done that in the last 6 months. Just because I'm lazy, I just forget to take. I usually take the pictures of my stack and say if I lost money or I won money, but I've just been lazy about doing that. See, we've got some Broadway cards here for Shannon and Adam. Got some marginal holdings, although I do like the 7-4 suited.
Yeah. Well,
Is all in? Is that
the guy from
okay? It's from Casey. Only $39 there. I think you're gonna get a couple of callers.
39, 7-4 suited. Why not?
You look that close from stepping down. Hit the ball when you pass.
Adam with his Broadway cards is going to see a flop here. I'm going to predict 7-4 is not going to hold up multi-way.
Probably
I'm
not.
going to almost guarantee it. I only say that because is that an ace or a 2? Looks like a 2. It is a 2. Well, I mean, Casey does have
Needs a
some equity here. He needs a
5?
5, yeah. Gets a 5 or, you know, right now King High is winning.
Or a 4? He needs a 4?
Oh, yeah, he could just get a pair here. Well, now that takes the pair out. Adam should bet here. He doesn't want his opponent to catch something. Although there isn't a card he could catch. Or he could catch a 9. Shannon could. Which I'm not a big fan of drawing to a gut shot with one card left. But he makes the call anyway.
So the other day, I got check raised by someone that had a gut shot. And he hit.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I was
he
like,
turned his
what?
gut shot into a bluff. You know, that's, you know, it's not a bad play, but it's, it was really intended, obviously, to get you off the hand that you would have been on.
But I had a good hand.
And there you go. I think it's going to bring German back into the game. I think he is on deck here. He actually started the stream out with us, so he is an employee here. So he gave up his seat to a customer, a player.
Oh yeah, once I bring the folks in.
I did.
Once I bring
So German's back?
That was a while ago.
Yes, I believe so.
Or get something
It's
going.
Or he will be back in
He
the
will be
future.
back, yeah. I can predict the future.
It's a good prediction.
They got that wiener truck that's right down the street.
What?
Wiener? Weenie truck?
Oh, is it?
That evil,
The evil wiener?
yeah.
Oh, no.
Right there, there.
Oh,
So
the
which is the player that left?
Oh, weenies.
Well, Casey left. He got
Casey.
busted. He was felted. And
Oh, is that
that's
the
it
one?
so
Yeah,
far.
so
And German left to give up his seat
Okay.
to Irish
Yeah,
They're down there,
it's not
a
bad.
little bit ago. So
it's down there
very
every
nice,
month.
Yeah,
yeah.
they had Italian
Couple
sausage.
times a
Yeah,
month.
Italian sausage and all
Yeah, they
that.
got pretty good.
Black wieners.
Not bad. Yeah, 'cause we had
7 raises.
Yeah, we had a year. We had a year than Mom bought to everybody lunch. It was like, okay.
Again, the blinds say 1-2. We're just say 1-2. Bring it in for 5.
You're like $6, $6,
Shannon raising a 15.
Yeah, they're pretty good though.
With the kings.
Yeah, but it was good.
That's been the standard raise, even when you have a strong hand like kings. And we did see aces versus kings earlier. And now we see something else. We have a min raise by Joanne with pocket tens. Lots of min raises. I'm actually not a fan of min raise. It doesn't really accomplish a lot, and you're going to get a 4-bet here for sure.
Tosses are good.
No, he's just going to play it sneaky. Just going to call.
Their tots are pretty good. Lots of tots. Yeah.
I think he's going to check,
But
yeah.
the tacos are really good.
He's just calling. He can't. Oh, it's a
I bought it.
check, check. Oh,
It's good.
I would check it again.
Yeah, what, 22 bucks. I need a
He
couple
probably will.
of, you know, a good little snack.
Or not.
They're
Well, I'll only say this one time. If you'd have raised pre-flop, this pot would be much bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Brewery, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're here. They're over here a couple times a month too. Right behind us. It's,
You want me to get
It's a bit of a passive game.
It is. It is.
Start with them. 7. Okay, start with 700. Arigato.
Arigato.
Thank you in Spain.
Arigato, yeah, in Spanish.
Joanne.
Pocket.
That's Japanese?
I have pocket kings. Yeah.
Arigato.
So I think Japanese is grazie.
Trying to make it.
But if German comes in, he's raising it more. He's bidding more.
Obrigado.
Even the jack.
It's just tough. You know, you could raise in this hand.
No.
You get a lot of callers. It's tough to get paid when you get a big hand because I feel like a lot of players are believing everybody. So you can be tougher. But we'll see as the night goes on. What German will do is win a lot of smaller pots. He'll probably win the most pots.
I can do it. There's Joanne.
Welcome back, German.
Old.
No, Paul.
Oh, you tell me.
Yeah.
No, he won that hand.
Casey, you guys split it. Remember, he went all in and you guys? I don't know.
He won the whole thing.
Oh, somebody down there.
C3 raises to 10.
No,
I haven't seen Irish in too many hands. I think he's been card dead for a while.
We got kings again,
Players.
and she's gonna limp in here for 10 from a raise from King's Jack 7. I am not a huge fan of that, especially given that she's so short stack. She could only win $147 against one player, and we have 10s also calling.
C3 bets 20.
Get me in this game.
Well, it's
100.
I would say it's hard to lose money in this game, but it's hard to win a lot of money too. And you've really got to be aggressive with those big pocket pairs.
And a call.
And now with that flop, I think she was just looking for a safe flop with no ace, and she'll be aggressive here. But Ken picks up equity with a flush draw and backdoor straight.
Yeah, if she would have raised, Ken wouldn't have been in there.
Yeah, and then the 10s would have been in there again. Oh, and the flush gets there.
You see, that's
This
what
is the
happens.
problem, yeah.
100.
If MJ would have raised pre-flop, I don't think Ken would have been in there.
So it looks like MJ exposed her cards early on the turn. So Ken has that information. So he knows his hand is good, and he checked it, his diamonds, knowing that she's not going to call, most likely. And he's going to lead out here to try to get something from an overpair.
And MJ just went all in? Oh, all in to call.
Yeah, so it's a tough spot for her, right? Ken looks very comfortable. She should have raised pre-flop. It almost feels like a limit game.
You saved money by flipping more, because otherwise
I
I would
It feels like a limit game.
have pushed on the turn.
It's a friendly game. Let's call it that. It's just friendly.
Well, what Ken did to MJ wasn't friendly.
Yeah.
Well, Ken is, I believe, the biggest winner, right?
Yes, he is. He has got 1,100 in front of him, so he's up 600 almost, 650.
So Ken is not playing friendly. He's playing to win.
Maybe he had a 6, maybe he had a...
Yeah, the 6.
Well, if he did, it's
Yeah,
gonna be true.
he's made over 600. 648.
Okay.
And Adam has made about 100, 105.
Hey, Ron, what time is it? 8:37. Thank you. Hungry.
To call Adam.
Yeah. Would you order for me? And I'll give you.
And Ken also has the highest
Oh,
pip.
the call. Sorry. Oh, yeah, it's 125.
Aggression is good in poker.
Yep. Fold
Sorry, I'm eating a little snack.
and a call.
Adam with King 10 of hearts raises to 15. Joanne, pocket
C3 raises
eights.
to 50. Fold.
Well,
German folds.
Ken's going to raise this up.
share my pizza. I'll do half pepperoni and the half.
So the raising sizes are particularly small right now in these games.
Well, he made it 50. That's a good raise from 15 to 50.
You typically see, yes, but you typically see, from Adam's point of view, he just 3x. I've seen the same raise, 3x. In Texas, you'll typically see a 5x raise or a 6x raise.
That's true.
That $15 is going to get everybody to call. Ken pumped this up. Now, Adam can't fold. It really makes him exploitable. Like he's going to fold to aggression every time. So he's going to call the 50. Well, that's my... I would have called the 50. just because I didn't want people to think they could blow me off a hand.
And he could hit a
He
royal
could hit,
flush.
yeah. He's got. Not only does he have two to Broadway
Paul's
there.
gonna call. He did call. Okay.
Paul has a nice hand.
75?
That is 75.
This could be an all-in moment here. Paul cannot just call because he's only got 250, and your stack-to-pot ratio right now is 1-to-1, meaning he's got the same amount of money he has as the pot. And so I think, well, no, see, all my predictions are wrong. But I do think Paul should have jammed there because the flush draw is there. It's not what Ken has, but...
That is 100. And a fold.
And now it's going to be hard for Paul. See, Paul's in a tough spot. If he would have just gone all in,
I'll watch later.
I'm done.
See you later. I'm sure I was a his.
Yeah.
You got pocket jack?
No, that's I king queen.
Yeah, he hit top pair.
You probably red. Need some diamonds.
Never know. Actually,
Yeah,
we'll
well.
know later.
I will. Okay, you watch that one. We'll report on it later.
Yeah, given the fact that Paul only had 300, and the pot was at 250, that's a jam. And the bet's only, so you call 75, it leaves you with 250. Yeah, that's a jam right there. And then you don't have to worry about playing poker.
I agree.
You just
Yeah.
the cards happen. The cards happen. You're ahead so many more times than you're not in that spot. But your hand is very vulnerable to the flush or to an ace, just like kind of like what we saw there.
Paul calls, Linda called, Shannon called. And that's right to 22 from Adam.
Yeah. No, I'm not leaving. I'm just telling you.
I'll just get too many chips.
Paul wakes up at 3-5. He's going to limp in there for $5. Looks like we got the graphics right. It says
Just giving me my
it says just a call with the 5. Paul's going to call the 17. Joanne's basically got the same hand. This feels like a little steamy call. But I don't mind it. 3-4 is a little light to call.
Check. 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 Check.
You don't see what Adam has.
One to 34.
I'm guessing he has a pair.
I think he has a
Two pair.
7. He's going multi-way, and
Yeah.
that 7 came out. I mean, he could have a 10 there. I think that's
I think
perfectly
he has,
reasonable.
I think he has 2 pair. That's my guess.
With a 10, that would be everybody checks that to try to induce some sort of action there, and
Bomb pot, guys.
we're off to a bomb on. That's that.
red off you.
Okay.
Cool. Adding 200.
And Ken's going to color up his chips. He's not leaving. He's got too many reds. He wants the black chips or the green chips.
Are you sitting on MJ?
I'll play.
No, just playing. Everyone's playing.
The other day I heard a player say, "Bomb pots are the devil," and then another player's like, "Oh, then I must love the devil because I love bomb pots."
Yeah, I don't know hardly any players that don't like bomb pots. The first thing I see when a player sits at a table, the first question is, where is the bomb pot button?
Yeah, no, they get excited.
They
for bomb
do.
pots.
They do.
Okay, 700 behind for 10, guys.
And they can be exciting because they can get
Yeah,
pretty big.
yeah. I feel like German looks a little bored.
MJ, can you scan all 4 cards at the same time, please? Good.
Maybe because he's not
Oh, Paul still
getting
needs
big
to scan.
hands.
Okay. Oh, MJ, you guys both need to scan.
Okay.
Or he's even.
Well, I think I don't know if it started all over when he left.
Oh,
Could
okay.
have.
Oh, he made some money earlier.
Yeah, I think it started over.
Yeah, it did.
This is German 2.0.
They're not scanning.
Okay, so just black.
It's more fun guessing what they are versus. All right, we've got a flush on the top, and we've got some connecting cards here with diamonds. We're not going to be able to see the cards right now. Let's see if we can figure out what the players have just on their betting, which I've been trying to do all night and missed every time. Gonzo, I agree. I will never say no to a bomb pot, but I know in my mind I should not play bomb pots. But somebody's got to win. Why not me? Somebody's winning, right?
And
somebody
sometimes you do
Yeah,
win.
somebody wins. And sometimes you do.
When you scoop that bomb pot, it sure is exciting.
Now, I do enjoy other mixed games, too. When we play bomb pots, like Omadraw, Dramaha, Pineapples aren't, it's Hold'em. But, but all those other ones, I do enjoy those games. Sometimes when you're in a poker room late at night, they'll say, you want to do dealer's choice, you can play any game you want.
Yeah,
I do like that because of the variety.
It's good to mix it up.
Okay, we do see German with the flush. Hopefully he gets excited about that. Though it's not a very good flush because Adam has a better flush. But they both don't have the nut flush, so unless Paul does. So I feel like this is going to be a calling hand. We see Joanne, though, with top set. But there's a flush out there, which MJ has. Wow, see, this is very hard to do sometimes. So MJ is probably going to jam it in here with her second nut flush, and she does. Oh, I guessed one right.
MJ, yeah, she should.
She's definitely wanting to build this pot. Ken does have a flush. We're seeing a lot of people with flushes here on both boards, so we could get some money in here.
125.
And for Joanne, although she has top set, these are one of those things where I could just get away from it.
I would.
A set's a lot different than in Hold'em, and then in Pom Pots than they are in Hold'em. It's just doesn't play as strong there. And she's really only got the one board anyway, so.
And she folded appropriately.
Of course, German has an up and down straight jaw, but he doesn't have a flush on the top board, so. This is what you like to see: 3 players all in, or 3 players to the river. And Ken is drawing dead.
Oh, he's got 9%.
He could hit a straight. He could hit it, or he could hit a straight.
A straight.
Yeah, check. Sorry, they just looked him over. So.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, MJ hits the straight. She may scoop this. She may scoop this. No, it's the flush is there.
German
Sorry.
has a
Yeah.
flush.
All right, so this is going to be a chop. So this is a double up though for MJ. She only had like 139, and she just got 125 profit. So that's really good.
That is good.
She'll take it. She was waiting to get sucked out on. I could see it in her face. She's like, oh, don't pair the board. Don't pair the board.
That's what you always pray for. It's like,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, try not to bend the cards too much when you guys are peeking. Treat them a little different than normal whole cards. No, it's the thing.
Thank you, everybody, for staying with us in the chat. I appreciate it.
Don't do kings, they don't work.
Yeah.
I do that third time.
I know this was an impromptu or last-minute stream, so I know we've kind of worked out the kinks here. The volume sounds great, so I appreciate the folks in production working on that for us.
Me? It's not scanning. I don't know.
Irish really hasn't been involved at all.
He's been card dead, it seems like.
Well, that hasn't stopped anybody else from being involved. People's ranges are pretty open here. They just want to see some flops.
Finishing it? Okay, alright, go ahead. Fold. So what, we need a new deck again? Fold. 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 Okay. C5 raises to 10. Fold. I'm gonna fold and I'll call.
Very small raises early on here. Well, actually not early. We're almost halfway through. We are halfway through. Time flies.
Time does fly when you're having fun.
7 people in the chat. Thank you. Make sure you hit that like button if you already haven't. Thank you very much. All right, back to Hold'em here. King 9 versus Jack 10. They went check, check. I see a king, I believe. Paul does not bet it. See if I can get any value out of a queen as a queen hit the river.
Paul is slowing down.
Yeah, there's nothing that Shannon could do. He could try to bluff this. There's no way that would work, but I actually liked Paul's check when he hit his king. Get some information from his opponent. When his opponent checked, he knew he was good, and now he tries to value bet that, hoping that that queen hit Shannon, and he under-repped his hand a little bit with that king.
Oh, I get the problem. I'll watch.
Well, I'm gonna rewatch the aces versus kings over and over.
Yeah, you enjoyed that, eh?
Well, Alan, Irish has a 0% VPIP, so.
How about the king showing? That was even better.
Yeah.
He hasn't been involved.
That was very entertaining.
How did that save me money?
Because I was gonna.
Once Alan makes a raise, everybody, not Alan, I'm just have Alan away. Once Irish makes a raise, everybody's going to fold.
Probably.
I could have pushed all in.
Yeah.
Because that 3 was like a nothing card.
He is setting his table image up.
Yeah.
So this coming Wednesday, guys get to play for free here at Georgetown Poker Club.
Yeah.
Is there a tournament tonight? I thought there was a tournament tonight. Contenders. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different night. I think it's Friday nights.
Saturday. I'm not sure. I don't think there
So are you
is.
still not scanning?
Did we switch decks or no?
Yep, we just did. You guys now have what's called the brown deck. Ken. Did you get Ken? Oh, Ken, can you scan? Same time. No? Okay.
Pull them off and then back on.
Oh, when you can.
You didn't get it?
No, it's okay. Oh, that.
Again, mine?
Yeah, you were folding.
If I don't say anything, you stand and fold.
$10.
Ken having himself quite the night. Almost $800 in profit, courtesy of the rest of the players.
Deuces.
He's going to min click this.
Coming in with the raise.
Ace Jack is going to raise. No, I was off. He's going to like to call. Ace King is definitely going to raise, right?
I would think so. Joanne? Yeah, I think
Suited
so. Joanne,
ace, and she calls.
a
and
good
she-
flop for her, for Joanne.
Gonna call. 3.
And Shannon just hoping to hit an ace or a jack.
1, that's 20.
Look at Adam.
Adam now has trips. Adam definitely should raise this
He's got to be happy about that.
for protection here, just because of the flush draw out there.
Because he called with bottom pair, and he ended up getting trips. That's good.
Sometimes it's the bet sizing. I think it was $15 on the flop. I think you're always calling with any pair there.
That's 50.
Ace King could call here. I mean, obviously she's behind in this spot, but with the board pairing, she has 2 pair with an ace kicker. You know, a lot of times that can be good. We can see it's not, but I just can't help to wonder if Joanne would have raised pre-flop, would that ace 3 ever been in there?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But
Get the riffraff out.
you definitely need to narrow down your opponent's ranges. or try to at least. Where 3, you wouldn't have to worry about someone having a 3 in that spot.
Right.
But yes, Fridays was contender. Sorry, I'm gonna play one of those one day.
Looks like they're having a blast in that tournament. In that contenders tournament, they're just having a good time.
Yeah, I last tournament I played was a. What did I play? I played a Big O tournament a year ago. Somewhere else, yeah. I got super lucky and won.
And you took first?
I did. And that was like the second time I've ever. I played Cash Big O, but not Tournament Big O before. I didn't even. What really gets me is the low part, but I still somehow won. Still.
Yeah, I ended up min cashing in that tournament. I've only played it once. The Big O.
Yeah, I think I played that tournament with. I think who else comes here a lot? Kyle. Yeah, Kyle. You know Kyle.
Kyle.
Yeah, I played. He was in the. I think he was on the final table with me, if memory serves. All right, we have Irish with a gut shot, which I think will come through now. We have Linda top pair, and she does bet. She bets $10. And so he goes 1/3 pot here.
I was over there last week and I had mixed feelings about it because he's playing.
Joanne's pretty sticky here. She calls it with ace-10. No real draws to her name. Now she picks up a draw as far as the wheel. She get a 3 for a straight here.
So now she's not going anywhere.
I guess not.
If she called the flop.
Oh, there you go.
Lucky Joanne.
Yeah. Pick up Louis It's on Palmer though, like Schofield.
Yeah.
Really for herself.
Linda's like, what? She called me with that? Look at her expression.
Yeah.
I agree. That's an. I'd much rather have a raise there versus just a call. It changes what your ranges could be to your opponent, right? If she raises, she's usually not on a flush draw or a straight draw. If you're going to play the hand, it plays better as a raise. But
Last week, so I really wasn't sure if I was going to go over there or not.
Can I give you this?
I can't say. I might give it another try, but yeah.
On another one, so I know.
Yeah.
Lily. I like it over there.
Yeah.
you saw Juan in the background there. I feel like that man works really hard
He's
with this
working
club. He's
all the
here
time.
every day. Yeah, he's always running around. He has way too much energy. I'm the opposite. I have zero energy.
Well, you use your energy at the poker table.
I do,
14-hour
and I drink
sessions.
a lot of energy drinks. So, but we had pizza delivery.
Okay.
MJ coming in with King 8 under the gun.
Oh, just kidding.
Who was what?
And it's on me?
Yes, oh. 5 o'clock.
Oh, there you go.
And a call.
And Joanne with 7 deuce on the button.
Oh, it's not on you now.
That is 15.
I see it now.
Fold.
Well, we have an open ender by German.
Call.
MJ top pair. King kicker.
Love to see a raise here.
Fold.
This is going to call.
Maybe they should have earpieces, and you could just
My way is not the right way.
tell
I'm
them,
just,
I would love for you to raise here.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen.
Call.
Let's see. German's got some additional equity here, and as now he can get 2 pair to beat top pair here.
Sure.
Now it's MJ with 2 pair.
That is 50. And a call.
She's stacking up the chips.
If And I'm not saying anything bad about him, but if MJ would have raised on the 8, she could. And German would have called with an open ender. He would have gotten a lot more money into the pot. Could have won a really big pot off of German. German's thankful that didn't happen. And but it could have won a lot of money there. But she did win the pot. She's got a $115 profit. Alan, what do you think of the play there if you were watching? Would you have raised a top pair great kicker? Or would you just been in call mode there? Love to hear you guys' thoughts. I'm always raising with top pair.
And a good kicker?
And a good,
Absolutely.
Yeah, always raising. If I get re-raised, I have no problem laying it down.
I'll check raise with something like that.
Oh, it's like I did.
King of clubs.
Bring the diamonds.
What? I didn't do anything. I what?
You grabbing new cards?
Huh? You grab the first 2 cards. So pick one, and then you add one, grab that one.
Final warning.
I haven't looked. No. Let's put them over here, I guess.
Everyone's getting in. Yeah, fold.
All right, let's see if Irish can pick up a hand here.
Oh.
Suited connectors at least, something. Let's get him in this game.
Come on, Irish. You can get a hand.
Do you think he celebrated St. Patrick's Day?
He's celebrating by playing poker.
All
Irish.
right, Adam.
You see, he
Pocket
keeps
jacks.
getting really bad hands,
Yeah.
Irish. That can't feel good. Be card dead all night long.
Ask for a seat change.
That usually works.
All right, we have Queen 5. Joanne's calling Adam's bet here.
Joanne likes to be involved.
She looks upset as well. Maybe it's that side of the room. That side of the table. Her and German look upset. See how her brows...
No, grab it.
And Irish just sitting there. You see how he's just sitting there, just wondering, why am I so card
He
dead?
should splash around a little, just so he doesn't have that persona of being super nitty. I mean, we can see he's getting really bad cards.
He's getting bad cards.
The other players don't
look,
know that.
Look at the flop, 6 deuce. He had 6 deuce. He would.
But the other players don't know he's getting bad cards. They look like he's just folding. So
he would have hit 2 pair. Play like a donkey.
you were suited, Irish. You did 6-2 club. So
play like a crazy Irishman.
No.
Never ever.
Maybe he needs some Irish whiskey.
Yeah, I know.
It's out there on the internet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the best part was, I thought he said it was heads up.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that means turn your cards over.
I would love to go to Ireland and go play in the Irish Open, Irish Poker Open. I believe it's in April. That would be so much fun.
you still can.
I will. I'm gonna. It's on my list.
Raises to 15.
It would just be so much fun. I hear it's just a bunch of drunk Irish men and women, but mostly men. Those are my favorite players, the loose drunk players.
These 3 raises to 50.
We have queens here by Ken. The rich get richer.
Fold.
The
Definitely
rich.
he's gonna have
He's
definitely
the
3
richest.
bet this, right? Yeah, 3 bet this to 50.
He's the boss of this team.
Still like a bigger sizing though with queens there with all the players
Not a very big one though.
left to behind. You want to add $15. You want a 3x plus add $15 to players remaining is usually the GTO theory. So $95 would have been the raise. 85. People think that's a pretty big, but you don't want to go multi-way. That's like the worst thing. That's like.
And if you hit quad 7s today, you get an extra. I don't know what it's at today. It's got to be over $600.
Well, I've only hit quads once in 2.5 years. And hold them. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Scans.
Thank you.
I hate quad 9s. You get in someone's pocket aces.
Did you say? I'm sorry. I was.
Oh no, I've only had quads once in the last 2 years.
Is that right?
Yeah, and it was quad 9s against someone who had pocket aces, and it was ace 9-9.
I had quads 2 days ago.
Oh, well, bomb pots don't count. So I've had them in bomb pots.
It wasn't
but
in a bomb
I'm
pot.
just saying. Yes, I've had them in bomb pots.
Have you
but
ever
not-
had a royal flush?
No, I've had straight flush a few times, but no 2-card straight flushes, but no.
I had my first royal flush in San Antonio, and it was so exciting. It was in a tournament. I was just running like a goddess. I ended up winning that tournament.
Nice.
Yeah. It was just meant to be. Once you hit a royal flush, that's your game.
I've never had a royal flush.
And I hit a royal flush online once when I was playing in Germany.
I've never played online really.
It's a lot easier because you see a lot more hands online. So I felt like that didn't really count. But live I've been playing since 2005. I've only hit one royal flush.
Hi.
I have a pair of 8s. And a flush draw.
So I think Paul needs to bet bigger there on that bluff. $10. I think any pair is calling him there. But
Well, I don't know. If you have 2 spades, you'd have flush.
One or the other. Huh?
I once got beat by a royal flush. I had aces full of jacks.
What they do to that shit?
I've gotten beaten by quads several times.
Yeah, we know.
Where I had the boat and they had
It's been
quads.
sitting there for over an hour.
Aces full of jacks. Getting beat by a royal flush. And it was a 5-10 game at Aria, so there was no bad beat.
There was no bad.
No bad beat jackpot.
Yeah, probably.
Just went to the bathroom and cried a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Real
I
tears.
like
I was like, I can't believe that just happened
I
to
was
me.
so excited.
So he
So
can wipe
excited.
his hands.
I mean, that was after I just got my ball wiped with aces. That was, that was,
He's getting me good move, man. Thank you, sir.
that was not planned. Let's put it that way. So.
Yep.
no matter what, Irish, play this hand. I don't care if it's 9-3 offsuit.
Okay, we got a call. Fold.
Want to see Irish in a pot. What does Irish have?
C2 raises
We
to
didn't
25.
see what he had, did we?
This is really good sizing, though. I like the little extra $10 bump there to 25. Now if somebody calls at him, he kind of knows what they're going to have, right? They're not going to have a lot of times. I shouldn't say never. A lot of garbage, right?
Queen 8. He folded Queen 8.
German could call.
Call.
Oh wait, German raise.
Yes, sir.
It's a pretty hand.
It said, okay, I was way off.
It is, yes.
But Adam has a better flush draw.
He does, but I
Though
think,
German's hand is better.
yeah, because it connects to a straight
Like
a
where?
lot of times. But
And she said April Fool's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
That's a
funny.
very
Yeah.
dry board.
nobody with nothing. King high still in the lead.
Are you okay? Do I need to come check your blood pressure?
And
For
still King high.
Shannon is good with ace high.
German with an up and down draw here. He's probably going to bet this. At least I would.
And it's eating a turkey and all this stuff. Oh my gosh. I believe it. She's like, get the gun.
Oh, gee.
Wasn't used while I was shooting at sunset.
Yeah. I'd be at the news.
Just what we need.
I think everyone's folding.
Yeah.
They don't have anything.
All pot time. Thank you, sir.
Donation.
You won.
I won last time. But
Everybody's in. We got 9 players.
I got dressed and came to breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be for me too.
Yeah.
What do you think Irish is thinking right now? He looks like he's in deep thought.
I think he looks a little frustrated.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
not
think-
getting the-
Yeah. He'll get pocket aces eventually. Pocket kings, queens. I'm rooting for you, Irish. You can play a hand.
School. Yeah. Where do you go to school at?
Let me know.
What school in Houston?
Okay. Shannon, Adam, can I get you guys to scan it?
Bomb pot. Here we come. This is a chance for
Adam.
for.
Okay.
Well, Irish is going to play this hand.
He is. He gets to play.
We are picking on Irish. I apologize. We actually want him to win a hand here. He's just not getting anything.
And only.
But this will give him an opportunity. It doesn't matter what he has. It matters what the flop is. So
Yeah, I'll hold him on the side. First guy. Check. Oh.
Well, of course you were.
Yeah.
It's HISD.
All right,
Holding
check around
is
the
yours.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably do.
Check. 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 Check.
Check.
Check. Check the rest.
Were you the only white kid?
Seven.
Were you the only white kid?
all right, I'm looking for Irish's hand right now.
We want Irish's VPIP to go up from 0 to 10.
We see Joanne with an 8. See, he's got 9 Jack, which Irish does. But the board is paired, which is not a great feeling. Don't see 2 pair by German. I think that's not the winner so far because we have a set of queens by Shannon. We're going to see Joanne lead out here with her 8. No one else with an 8. Irish does have the best hand technically on the bottom. You cannot like the board being paired. And we've got Shannon with a really good hand. He's got the nuts right now on one board, so of course that's going to definitely change. The good news is there's no flush draw, so all options are open. He probably knows he's only got one board.
That's very safe for pocket queens.
And that's why he just calls, because he's trying to build that pot. So I like that idea. Don't mind a raise either. He's really looking for. That's not the card he wanted, because now that is.
He hits a full house.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong board. Yeah, he hits a full house.
Okay. Seat 7 bets 120.
9, 7, 2 pairs. Who's got Jack Queen? Nobody. Jack 10. Jack 10 is going to win. No, there's no Jack 10. It's Queen 10. Jack 9. Still has a straight. So
on the bottom.
Irish has a straight.
Yeah, it's going to be a chop between Shannon and Irish. Is that right?
It looks like it. We don't know what Adam has. He hasn't folded yet. And so Irish should call.
120.
Irish is going to lay down the best hand here.
Irish. He had a straight.
Queens full of jacks on the bottom. And 2 pair on top.
Yeah,
Queens and
I got trips on the top.
Trip 8's on the top. Drop it up. Okay, do you want me to look at this first? Is that what you're saying?
Irish had a straight, right?
And
Did I read
Irish did have a
it right?
straight. He was afraid of the board pairing, right?
okay.
So some 8, 9. I don't know. 7, 9.
And now I say this.
Yeah, when the board's paired,
Yeah.
somebody could have a full house.
I just think that, yeah, the only full house I could see someone having is pocket 9s, 9s, full 8s, because no one bet anything before that. So if you had pocket 10s, pocket 7s, 8, 7, 8, 10, you're betting all those other straights. So pocket 9s is the only hand, and that's too specific not to call. Yeah, you could be wrong a lot of times.
Somebody could have had 8, 9.
Could have had 8, 9 too, but I think 8, 9 with an 8 would have bet. Kind of like what Joanne did. Joanne bet on the flop, right? So, I just.
Such a small site. It's kind of overkill. You know, your bet.
And of course, to his defense, Irish did have a player behind him. That player could have re-raised. And what do you do there, right? You definitely fold and you just lit off $120 or whatever it was.
Yeah, when you don't have the nuts on these bomb pots, it's kind of hard to call sometimes. Irish pocket queens. He finally got a hand.
I like to see him raise it big here.
He just called with pocket queens.
No, he didn't.
It's showing.
No,
he
he
just
did.
called.
So if an ace comes on the board,
Check. That's 15.
this is interesting, right? Because
Irish has to bet.
he's gambling, yeah, and he's got 2 players with top pair. He's got 1 player with top pair, top kicker.
He bet
This could be
15.
interesting. kind of a small bet there. I'd like to see a full pot size, giving you your first act right out of the gun.
Especially because a king or an ace could come out. So you want to...
And a call. And a call. Still 3 points.
You think Irish is folding?
No. This is the best hand he's seen all night.
15. And a call. Queen.
I just had an ace earlier. I thought
15, of course he's calling.
I haven't
Yeah.
been thinking very good today, so good answer. Welcome.
Paul bets
I think if Paul would have bet a big amount,
full pot size.
he would have folded.
I just think your 1/9 pot size bet is always getting called by even bottom pair. Maybe he was thinking that that Irish had a very small pair and would have to call.
Got it.
Irish not in a talkative mood, but now he's starting to lighten up a little.
Yeah,
Wins his
he
first
won a
pot. Yeah, yeah.
His first pot. First hand that he's involved in.
He's thankful for something, so
That's in the closet.
yeah, there you go. That's ace.
Yeah, you see him smiling and laughing now.
That's what winning does for you.
It sure does. Changes your whole attitude.
See 2 raises to 20. Fold. Fold.
Yeah, it's like 15.
See 5 raises to 50. You have a fold. Fold. A fold.
I agree, Gonzo, but I think that his hand is more like you're in calling mode. You're never raising that, but we were talking about the bomb pot earlier.
Paul has pocket queens.
So we've seen some really big hands, and all the sizing has been the same from every player. There are 3 bets are to 50 sometimes when someone comes out for 15 or to 20.
And a fold.
Don't you hate to see that when you have pocket queens?
Yeah. Well, you can't scare away just because a king comes out.
11.
Paul wins that pot.
Ask him, what did Paul have on that last night?
Yeah.
Twos.
Yeah. And Paul, can I get a check tummy a chance, please?
Sure, it's not. That won't take me very long at all. As a
Thank
matter
you,
of fact.
sir.
So Irish's VPIP is at 4% now. It's better than 0.
That's like he's played what 21 hands.
One hand.
No, he's won one. He's played one hand, but
Well,
he's played 21.
He's played during the bomb pots, but
I don't think they count the bomb pots as VPIP.
they don't.
No, because everybody would.
So yeah, that was I believe that was the first hand that he played. 'Cause it was at 0. But he has been card dead all day.
Fold. See 3 raises to 20. Sorry, 10. Fold. Fold.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
Fold.
Ask him, what does Ken have?
Fold.
It's showing Joanne with the highest VPIP
And
right
Ken
now.
now with queens. Wow, these big pocket bears going around. Everybody's getting a little. Ken, who is our big winner so far, is unfairly picking up queens here.
Good.
The ladies keep coming out to play Saturday night.
It's probably going to show.
Yeah, the same thing I had. But that
Oh,
was, yeah, I
it's
folded.
like, come on, guys.
Fish over. Are you sure?
We all flop was going to use just 3.
Alright, okay. I'm trying to
We'd
figure
have
out the
chopped
spot.
it, we'd have been all in and chopped.
Yep. I had one, yeah, the last one I had 2, 3, and every single card. There was nothing.
Oh, I try not to pitch over Joanne's spot when I'm pitching in German.
End
Oh,
of the,
I
end of the
see.
hand, there was nothing larger than 3 on the board. I won
Oh,
the hand game.
his cards are recording on mine.
Yeah. Because he's like, how come Joanne has 4 cards? No, no.
It loaded and turned into the quads.
Good.
I want to know what they are.
Oh,
It's a little warm in here.
seat
It's starting to get
It's a
warm.
little bit warm.
Call.
I'm going to bring a little portable fan next time.
Call.
I don't think there's a vent in here. Is there like an AC vent? Or-
There's one
Oh,
up
there's
there.
one
yeah.
up there.
I think that was one of the biggest things I
Yeah.
noticed when I moved here from California. Is the weather's. I mean, we have
The weather's
we have
not
all
as nice.
we have all kinds of
California's.
weather.
California has some of the best weather, right?
It's the best weather. That's
Yeah.
like the number one thing about California. is the weather is,
Call.
especially in
And a call.
the Bay or San Francisco, the Bay Area.
Very nice.
Yeah, no humidity. I think that's
Well, I was living in Redondo Beach, and it was
that's great.
It was in the 70s, low 70s every day during the summer. I was there last summer.
I
It
lived
was
in
so nice.
Mission Viejo for a year. I lived in
Mission
San
Viejo.
Diego for a year when I worked for Microsoft, and the weather was perfect there too. It's just
Always sunny. Yeah, it was nice.
but the weather here changes so fast.
So
It's
fast.
so cold. It was really cold. The next day it's 90 degrees. I'm like, what?
Especially February. It's crazy.
Oh, we have trips here for Joanne. She's got the 5.
I figured as much.
And Paul's going to pay this off.
Good hand.
Thank you.
She got there on the river.
And she's still frowning. Maybe that's... she looks like she's frowning.
Ah, I see a smile. I see a little smile there. She's like, I'm
It's
a
a nice little pot there. $300
I'm a river
pot.
rat.
That's twice she's done that.
Take it more. And she take it a little more.
Yeah, since I've been here, no one's added on. I don't have any cash in my cards. So. Oh, no idea.
Yeah, nobody's added on from there. It's all done.
Okay.
Gotcha. Get everybody? Paul, can I be scanned in? Not yet? No? Okay. Alright, we got fold. Go ahead, fold.
$10.
C5 raises a 10. Fold. Call. Fold. Call. Fold. And call. 5.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Ken, King 10. That's a nice hand. Nice flop for Ken.
Ooh, Ken's in trouble though.
Oh,
Paul's got him
Paul.
out-kicked.
Yeah, King Jack.
And Paul has been betting strong with even second pair, so this could get some money, especially with Paul only having 220 behind.
Yeah, that's just a cooler for Ken.
Unless he somehow gets a 10 on the
He's not
river.
going anywhere.
Adam was thinking about calling with a gut shot draw.
Check. That's 75. And a call.
That's so funny because that kind of brings in chop cards there. They don't know it, right? If a 3 or a 6 come, they're chopping this pot.
No hackle cup.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
King of Hearts,
But-
Jack of Diamonds.
$60
Oh, yes.
pot.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, it's just a cooler for Ken. But Ken has been doing pretty well all night.
I would have beat you.
Yeah.
I had the 8.
Is that the first pot he loses? I think so.
Feels like it, and he doesn't even care. He's
He
like,
doesn't
yeah.
care. Yeah,
He actually
he's
lost.
up so much.
He lost the minimum there.
Jack.
A
Yeah.
lot of players with top pair would have bet that.
On the river.
Well, no, would have bet that on the flop, and he checked it. He just called. Check, call, check, call.
Oh, man.
Oh, it was checked down on the flop?
Well, no, on the flop, he checked, and then Paul bet, and he just called.
I should have done the hackle.
Maybe because he was thinking he was trapping a little bit.
You didn't even believe it. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, outside.
Paul needed that one.
Trying to figure. Wait, did you bring the new cards already? Or are you start shuffling? Okay. Sorry, guys. Doing a lot at once.
You see him smiling.
I did.
Also, so I'm not the only one that has nightmares about poker hands.
Oh, yeah.
We all do, man.
That's bad.
Quads are good. I got 4 jokers.
No, yeah. Or you look at your hand, you think it's one thing, and you look back and it's a different hand.
Yes.
After
German's
you're
got
already all in, you're like,
742.
oh,
I
I'm just
know he's won
That's
a few, so he's up 42 bucks.
That was big thing.
But he left earlier and he was up
Yeah.
a few hundred.
Okay, Flynn John.
Yeah, John.
Paul, can you scan in?
John, stay out of this, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Oh.
I thought you were talking to us.
Call. Fold. 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 Call. Fold. Raise the 10, 50-30. Call. Call. And call. 4. Let me know you're ready.
Just a bunch of random cards.
Yeah, I've noticed the $10 raises are marginal hands. When it gets to 15, someone has a big pocket pair of raise king. That's what I've seen. I wonder if the other players are picking up on that as well. And Joanne's going to flop 2 pair here.
And call.
And Ken.
Ken also has an ace with 2. He's got 2 pair.
With
This
an
is likely a
gutter
chop.
checker.
Yeah, it's likely going to be a chop pot if an overcard comes. Over to the 8. Now it's a chop pot for sure.
Oh, they both must feel really good about their hand.
Especially Joanne seeing that Ken checked. Yeah, I like Ken's just call there. There's no reason to bet that because
That is 45.
you don't want her folding.
And a call.
It's like a chop. Chop, chop.
Top of it.
Everybody loves a chop pot. Is that true? Do you like chop pots?
No,
You're like,
I'd rather
no.
not play. I'd rather not play them.
But everybody wins. No one loses.
Let me see where Irish is at. Okay. 522. I think he's up $22.
So you don't like chop pots, so do you usually like to run it once or twice or 3 times?
Well, I don't like running. I always let the other person pick. I don't
that's-
like.
that's
I
nice
like
of you.
just once.
You prefer once?
Yeah, I mean the math is still all the same, right?
it
but,
balances out.
If it's
balances
once
out.
or 3 times, so there's a winner.
Okay, so we got a
You
call.
know, but then
Excuse me.
if I would choose, like if someone says no, man, you choose. Okay, once.
Oh,
So
whoops. Getting tangled up here.
Call.
Had an itch in my throat.
we've seen a lot of big pocket pairs though this evening.
4 players.
Don't have one here, but just as a observation. I don't like Paul drinking out of a brown paper bag. It looks weird.
I wonder what's in
I
it.
know, it's like, I know I saw somebody with the queen, and there it is. So we have MJ with the flush draw, backdoor straight, and German with top pair, looking excited about it. MJ usually doesn't lead out like this unless she has a hand. So I wonder what German's going to do here. He does have top pair.
I
He's
think
definitely calling,
He'll
but
call. Mhm.
I think normally he would raise this.
Well, he has a 6 kicker though.
I know, that's what I'm
You
saying.
can't be too
Since,
happy about that.
since MJ let out.
75.
That is 75.
That card's going to help MJ, and she announced her raise, which I think is kind of a tell in a lot of aspects. When somebody verbally says how much they're going to bet, and I think it's. I feel like this is a
That's
hand
a good
she's.
size bet. I think he's folding.
Yeah, no, he's going to call.
He's
He's got top
calling.
pair, and he's got an up and down straight draw too. 3, 4, 5,
Oh
6. Yeah.
yes, 3, 4, 5.
Check.
Bingo. Right?
And a
No.
No. Nope, that's going to be all German there. Nice
German.
little pot too, a $282 pot. He can't really bet that, but definitely call anything.
Good hand.
Yeah, that kept him. That kept him in. Was a straight draw.
I was gonna bet the turn. We'll raise a small bet. 6.75, so tough.
MJ mixing up though a little bit. She bet that flush draw. Normally she would just check it to hope. I like it though. I like it because if she hits it now, there's more money in the pot. So she played that one really well.
She played it well.
She picked up some additional equity when that 4 came, right? So another 4 or king would well, the king would definitely would have won it anyway, but the 4 gave her more confidence to lead out for 75 there. So I thought she played that well. She just
Haven't seen too
Unlucky.
much aggression at this game, but she shows some aggression there.
Okay. Get a call. Hold. Call.
10.
E1 raises to 10.
Shannon enjoying some Funyuns.
Call.
Funyuns.
Call. Call.
Irish is in there with ace 9. He's like, I'm done folding.
7 point.
It's not over.
That is 20. Hold. Hold.
Looks like it's gonna be Yukon and San Diego.
Gonna hit the top pair here.
Unless something comes, yeah.
Call.
Paul leads out with his top pair. Guessing everyone's folding here.
Heads up.
Joanne called with nothing. With hopes and dreams.
She has 2 overs. It's she just doesn't want to hit her king. She's in really bad shape.
Definitely look on the live stream on this one. I had an ace 5 in pocket.
We'll have none of that.
See.
I know.
On the live stream.
See one more card.
Literally an ace 5.
Card, no draw. Not draw.
Yeah.
Another pot going Paul's way.
Paul has been felted twice, so it's good to see him drag some.
He's lost, I think, the most so far. So I'm sure he's happy reeling in a pot.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually, yeah. That's very, very, it's good defense again. Or else the other offense.
Serious choking going.
Yeah, or else Miami's not, they put it all out on the field, last game with Texas again.
Maybe it's just
All on the court.
Definitely.
Well, you know that, you know, cornfield, whatever.
Left it on the felt.
Yeah.
All out there on the felt.
Yeah, I understand that, okay?
Score more basketball runs.
And we're off to another bomb pot. This is where if you're at the table and you're stuck, this is an opportunity for you to get it back, right? I mean,
Get it back or lose it all.
It is good.
Totally forgot.
Gamble, gamble.
so we're looking for clubs. So now it's the queen of clubs. Not much else.
Somebody might have pocket aces.
We're looking for a set or clubs here.
You don't want to fold them like that. The cards have sensitive. This is 2 cards.
Yeah. Plus.
Okay.
Scan your cards real quick.
Unless you pattern check, you won't put.
You know where bomb pots originated from?
You got 4 jokers.
You would think it's Texas, right?
It's not Texas, I know that. I just don't. I've heard this before.
It originated in a casino in Reno called Peppermill.
Oh, I've been there.
It's a nice casino.
A friend of mine has a YouTube channel that plays a lot of Peppermill.
He's a vlogger.
Yeah. A friend is loose term. He's a poker friend.
Acquaintance,
Yeah.
poker acquaintance,
6 check. Shenanigans,
poker
fold.
friend. We have a lot of those, don't we? A
Yeah.
lot of poker friends.
8 fold. Or 8 check.
Hearts. And we got top 2 here for Linda. And she has a gutter on the bottom. Not bad.
2 fold. Again, window time. Scanning.
There's the
Joanne.
nut flush draw right there from Joanne.
And a set of threes.
Yeah, she's looking really good. I like the bet here. German is going to call this with his set. Now, he's got the nuts on one board, but he knows there's straight draws and flush draws that always get there, so he's just going to like to call here. Ken has top pair on each board, which we can see is he's way behind, 5% equity. So a 6-9 did get there, as well as 6-4. I don't see those particular holdings.
German has a set of kings on the top.
Yeah, but the draw got there, so he can't feel too comfortable with that, especially going
Right.
4 ways.
He wants the board to pair.
Yeah, and since no one bet, because the straight's always betting in that spot, he feels much better now. Hearts did come in. We see Linda here with the nut hearts on one board. And the set, so it's going to be, if it stays in there, it's going to be Ken. No, I'm sorry, it's going to be
Linda.
German and Linda here. And Joanne missed all of her draws. Oh, she's got quads. Oh, this is going to get good. Flush versus quads.
Joanne runs so good in these bomb pots.
This is the second time she's had quads
She had
in these
quads
bomb pots.
earlier. No wonder she loves bomb pots. She runs so well.
Quad 3s on the bottom.
Quad. I just have quads. Oh, just quads.
7 good up top.
Again.
A 7 is good on top. 7 deuce. Oh, so German did lay down the best hand, but you can't blame him when the straight comes in.
7 deuce. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
she had 2 pair. She thought she was good with her ace-9 there.
Usually your quads, you know, you're pretty good.
That's why she stayed in.
Usually good for half.
I was going for a flush draw on the off that didn't come.
It's all right.
Me too.
Otherwise, you can't spend every hand, Joanne.
Yeah, really, come on now.
Which was the top.
What are you doing?
This was on the bottom, king was on the top. I had no
What
flush.
do you want? I don't want that.
And another flush.
I need a diamond. I have no diamond. I've got-
That's what good cards. It just had potential, but it never got there.
Need my other
8 quarters. 9 fold. 1 fold. 2 rings. 20.
Check my shirt.
3 fold. 4 fold. 5 fold.
Yeah, that's fine.
6 fold.
So how long will you be in Vegas?
I don't know yet. I haven't booked anything. I have some friends out that live out there, so.
But if you're playing 6 tournaments,
Well, I'm gonna fly back and forth.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not gonna, I don't.
the
wanna
main
be in-
event is pretty long.
Well, I'll
You
probably
lost.
do the 2 days, and I like 2.5 years ago, I played my very first tournament. I think I told you about it last time, and I came in third for a big payday at the Venetian. It was like a $600 buy-in. It's a 3-day event. I went there to play cash, and I was only going to be there for 2 nights. I was learning how to play cash, and then I played this tournament, so I had to stay because the next day was the second
Oh,
day, and the
right,
next day was
yeah.
the third day.
Yeah.
So I just rebooked it, flights out, and that's
You got
why
third?
I'm hoping. Yeah, I got third.
That's very good.
It's on Hendon Mob if anybody wants to check. It's on Hendon.
So you're on Hendon Mob.
I am.
Quite good.
I'm like ranked 170,000 player.
You check them? I'll check.
So I'm ranked really good in Hawaii. Because there's not that many people in Hawaii. I think I'm ranked.
Oh, because
Last I checked, maybe 14th place. 14th in Hawaii. But in Texas, there's a lot more. There's a lot more people in Texas.
I remember when I sat at the table, everybody was asking me what's your name so I can check you on Hinden Mob, and I didn't know what that was.
Okay.
I'm like,
yeah.
I thought it was like some sort of. I thought it was like a mob. I was like, I don't belong to any mafia. Or
That's funny.
And so when I found out how to look it up, I looked up every other player.
Yeah.
800,000 winnings, 1.2 million. I mean, everybody at the final table, and then me was 0 at the time. I was like,
When I play a tournament, I make it to the second day, and then they have the list of the players at your table. I look all the players up, see what they have on Hendon Mob.
yeah, I thought
See
that.
who
Oh,
the
I didn't
pros
know,
are,
I didn't know
who
you
them-
could do
yeah.
that. So I know there are a lot
good
of tournaments
information.
that don't, report to Hinden Mob, but all the big ones do. So
I usually
I know I had also really had won a really big score at.
usually catch like half an
And
hour sometimes.
and they report to Hinden Mob,
They do.
but not all the tournaments.
Okay, so back in the day, they wouldn't report local tournaments like any local
$100
casino.
buy-ins, yeah.
The only reporting they did was if it was a series.
Okay,
So there was a lot of tournaments. I'm not saying a lot, but there was a lot. I used to play a lot of tournaments before that didn't get reported because it was a local casino.
well, this one I played at was a $400 something, the Texas State Championship,
Probably is, actually.
400K guaranteed, and I came in 6th.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was on a stream.
Yeah,
It was-
remember when we was
What was the score for that one?
he explained
Um,
what it was on
do I talk about that?
Oh, maybe not.
He said he was the only one without shoes. And so people,
It was a good score.
It was a good, yeah.
Yeah.
and that's how that rumor started.
Well,
Walking across,
anybody
you know,
could just look you up on Hendon Mob.
crosswalk.
That's true. They could.
They could find out exactly how much you made.
They could.
It's all
My
public,
Hinden Mob is
public
pretty
information.
dreadful. I have two big wins or two big cashes. Never won a tournament outside that big O. I played probably 10 tournaments in my life.
My best score was in Choctaw.
I've heard about that. I want to go there one day.
I got second,
Oklahoma, right? Yeah.
Second in the main event.
Nice.
That was a good birthday. It was on my birthday too.
All right, back to the action at hand here. We have some limp pots going on, and we have top pair by Shannon. He's going to play it sneaky. Somebody could have a flush draw and welcome that check.
They're both red.
The flush gets there. So now Shannon not only has a queen, but she sorry, Shannon. He
Sorry, Shannon.
has top pair and a flush draw. He's way out in front here, and he's not going to get any action.
Well, like my name could also be for a guy, I guess. Tracy.
Never met her.
Never met a male
There's
Tracy.
Tracy Morgan. the
Tracy
actor. Yeah,
Morgan.
there's yeah.
But it's spelled with a Y if you're a guy. My name's spelled with an I as a female.
Oh, that's the difference.
That's the
Guy
difference.
gets oh, I didn't know that.
Although there are some women that do spell it with a Y, but I prefer it with an I, as that's how my name is spelled. But you'll never see a guy's name with an I.
I named one of my I have 4 boys. I named one of my sons a girl's name, or that's what he thinks. Named him Skylar. I just thought I'd never heard that name before. He's 21 now. I've never heard that name before. I thought that was really cool, Skylar.
It is a cool
And
name.
now I see all these girls named Skylar. My other son, my youngest, is named Ryder.
Those are cool names.
Yeah, and then I have Brendan, if he's watching. He's a bartender in Austin. And then my oldest is Hunter. So.
Hunter.
And I know Hunter is a popular name now, but when he was my first son, I didn't know any. I
All
only knew
your
one
kids
person.
have cool names.
Yeah.
I like them all. Hunter. That's cool. Yeah. That's a very manly name.
Yeah, I was gonna name my son Brendan. I was gonna name him Wolfgang, but my first wife at the time vetoed that.
That hurts.
Just because I'm German. Wolfgang was always. All right, let's see what we got here.
Had a little problem, little trouble.
I don't know. It's kind of straightforward, this game, right? Top pair bets, second pair calls, draws call.
Yeah, physical. Well, they need to.
Yeah, they gotta do something
Get
here.
that.
5-6 suited. So what do you know about 5-6 suited?
It's a drawing hand. What do you mean? That's
It's the best ace cracking hand.
Yep, I play all suited connectors, especially in position against a big raise.
And the reason 5-6 suited is better than say 6-7 is because it can make a wheel against pocket
Yep.
aces. Yeah.
And I think in like the smaller stake games, 1-2,
Oh, that was rough.
it's easier to make money with those hands because people have a harder time letting go of big pocket pairs. Right? We've seen that already.
They
Like
get married to their
if
aces.
someone said if you see 2, 5, 6 on the flop, rainbow, and someone has pocket aces, they're gonna feel like, well, I got a huge overpair.
Absolutely.
And if you're
yeah.
playing 5-6, it's easy to get the money in. And you're shallow, right? The bigger the more money you have on the table, like $2,000, it's easy to get away with just one pair. You're like, well, this guy's not 4-betting me on the flop with one pair.
I like playing those kind of hands when I'm deeper, because if you do
Yeah.
hit, you could really stack someone.
7-20.
That is not a fun flop for anybody. We have 2 players with a 4. I think German leads out here. He does have 2 pair. If it gets to him.
Yeah, shows.
April Fools.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
We have Shannon leading out here with some backdoor equity. Wow.
I was ahead, sir. Well, everyone was
I
ahead.
hope so.
Yeah. Well, everyone was ahead. I like the bet. He really repped that ace.
No.
You did.
Well done, Shannon.
I don't think I've had this all day. When you talk, you've been playing this a long time.
What was your kicker?
Kings. Yeah. I was still trying to get them hearts again. Didn't work on that one either. So.
I don't play king 4 suited. Typically.
King 4 suited? No.
Maybe I'll try that and see how that might just get me going.
In this game, I think everybody's going to have should have a really high VPIP. Everyone wants to see flops.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's fun to see flops. I mean,
Except Irish.
Irish is trying to play poker here. He's just, he's like, man, everybody's just limping, calling late, limping. Give me a hand. And Ken, with a real hand, is going to 3x this to 50. It is 3x because $5 is really truly the blind.
That's the blind.
But I mean, you can't look at it $2 as the blind. He's making it 7.5x here, but I look at it as 5.
Well, 5 is just the call, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, last week they were, but yeah. I mean, is that the normal
7-4.
Right.
That's it's a little light though, just because now she picks up a flush draw because it's a 3-gapper, right, or a 2-gapper, and those are hard to connect
They
to a
don't
straight.
flop very well, but apparently
No.
this time, well, she
Well,
has
she's
a
got a
flush
draw, yeah.
Mhm.
Ken does have the ace of diamonds, which is kind of important, mostly. This bet from Ken is really about, is she on a flush draw or does she have a 10? If she just calls, she has a flush draw. If she has a 10, she's going to raise me.
So you see, even with the flush draw that she has, Ken is still 77% favor to win.
I think MJ's going to have to bluff this. Although not now. It's a straight.
Straight.
Yeah, he's not getting. Now he's hoping she had a 10 and she was trying to trap. But you notice his bet is only 75. She only has 98 behind. Wonder if he saw the chips. Just not a huge fan of chasing a lot here. I would prefer.
A lot of players would get it in on the flop with that.
I'd much rather
flush
have that.
draw.
I'd much rather have that. You realize your equity more when you do that.
And Ken would have folded. I mean,
Because
he
let's say she doesn't get it all in, she gets a 7 on the river. Well, now she's ahead, right? But she doesn't know that, and he bets anyway. She's got to fold. So, but if she got it in on the flop, she would have better chance there. And he might not have called. He didn't have anything.
I don't think he would have called.
Yeah,
He didn't
so
have
that's
anything. She would have taken it.
that's
down.
why calling is usually not a profitable long term. Just calling.
I call.
Okay, we've got 8s and Queen 8. Is Queen 8? No, she's just going to call without looking. That's pretty gangster. I hope she wakes up with aces. She's got Queen 8, as we can see. Irish, suited Jack. Might be a time for him to raise.
He's not. No. Jack 5.
Sorry, Irish. We got Germany going to 3-bet. I love that. I love that. Ken's basically got the same hand, but just a tad better. Paul with the 8s. He's not going to get a set, as you can see other players have an 8. If an 8 comes on the flop, we need to call the floor.
Right.
And we're 4 ways to fly. This is a nice little pot here. $150. 4 ways. Everybody's anticipating the flop. Let's see how they're leaning over. And we get 2 hearts. Nobody has hearts.
No, 1 diamond, yeah, for German and Ken.
Now, Ken does have an open ender here. But Paul with the best hand German is just way behind at this point. He could have repped that ace, though.
But he's out of position. It's hard to play in the blinds.
So Paul's going to elect to take this spot to jam here because he has an open end, although the bad end, right? And Linda actually has the straight.
Linda, yeah.
I didn't even see that.
8, yeah.
Wow, that's a tough one. And
It's a nice flop for her. Or
Ken is like,
turn.
I had a great draw on the flop, and see Linda very fast in re-raising. Just
Well, there's flush draws there. She just wants to get in.
would have preferred Paul just to check that spot. Linda's eyeing, making sure he's counting that chips correctly. She's like, she doesn't look trustworthy. She doesn't look like you trust her. She's
Wants to make sure it's all there.
We haven't seen a lot from Andy lately. It's been card dead as well. I feel like the cards on this side, the better hands have been on the, I guess, to the dealer to the left side there. Shannon's been pretty active. Felt like. Linda's too busy counting up Paul's money.
Stacking up.
And he was on a straight draw there. I mean, he knew his bottom pair basically was not going to be any good.
Yeah, he was drawing. Let's see.
He is a gambler. Linda's still stacking chips. And Paul raises with Jack-9 offsuit. Very ambitious there. He gets 3-bet with queens again. We've seen lots of queens. And this time we just said Adam wasn't getting a lot of hands, and he wakes up with queens. And he makes a small 3-bet.
Queens have come out quite a bit today.
Yeah, we've
The
seen
ladies,
queens and
yeah.
kings. We've seen a lot of 10s that have never won. Oh, we have MJ goes all in with King 4. And I think Paul just said all in as well. And
Oh,
Adam's like, yes.
She picked the wrong
Yeah.
spot after
She's
Adam 3-bet.
in better spot. She's in a better spot than she should be with the king. She has an over.
1 over.
Yeah, I mean I think she's just putting her foot to the ground. You know,
Yeah.
she's making a stand here. She's like,
That's true.
and Paul Jack 9 is like, I think it's also
They're
they don't
just
have a lot of
gambling,
money. They
yeah.
don't have a lot of money behind them, and I like that better than just calling the 35.
I think Paul might be a little bit frustrated.
Well, as you can see, Adam's only favored half the time in this hand, right? He's got to avoid a lot here, and there it is. Oh, MJ flops
Oh my!
huge.
Yeah,
Not that it matters, but
MJ flopped so good there.
there is a side pot, but it's
Okay, I'm out. It was fun.
marginal. And it's funny because Paul actually had outs. The queen would give him a straight. But it would have given Adam a set there. But
Looks like Paul's out of here.
I'm sorry, Paul. Next
Yeah,
time.
it wasn't a good night for him. But he wins pretty consistently. I've played with him quite a bit, and for the most part, he usually does win.
There's a seat open.
Seat open.
No, I did not. Thank you. I was just too excited about it.
9, Paul.
You got the bomb pot buried there too.
Okay.
Just in case, because you're next.
All right, we have 20 more minutes here.
And I'm fold.
Appreciate you guys hanging in there. Thank you for guys for watching this and hitting that like button. Let me take a look at the chat. I've been terrible at this. Irish at 5%, Alan? Yes. And it says, Alan says that's his lifetime average. I wouldn't know that. I've never seen him before.
I've never played with Irish before.
Let's see. All right, here we go.
He has ace 10. But the
I would be so
Adam
scared if I was
hits.
Adam. The Irish is in the hand. But he does hit top pair, good kicker here. Irish does have backdoor stuff with the straight and the flush, but
he's
yeah,
out of there,
he's out.
yeah.
I asked just for you.
Those back doors. I don't know about those back doors.
Well, for one, they never come in.
They never.
Two,
Yeah,
it's a
small,
math.
it's small equity.
Yeah, it's a math thing, right? Over the long term of your poker career, 10% of the time that's going to come in, and sometimes that helps you make a decision, right?
There used to be a player. He'd stand up and he'd always yell, "Back door, back door, back door!"
Oh, Alaska.
Oh, you know who I'm talking about? Yes, back door, back door.
Back door, yeah. And because he hits back door, so I don't know.
He'd be gamble, gamble, back door, back door. I haven't played with him in a while, but he's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, it's been, I mean, probably before Christmas.
He was playing regularly for a while every day, and I was there playing there with him every day, and it was great.
All right, Queen 9 would be awesome. Pocket queens with the 9 would be even better. Even 9-8, something like that. Let's take a peek. We have 2 pair by Linda, so she's going to play. We have 7-8. Just takes me a while here.
Ace King double suited.
That's a good hand. Jack 9, 8. So 2 pair with a 9. It's not bad.
Ken has a wrap. That's a pretty good hand.
So we've
Start
got,
out-
yeah, everybody's
yeah.
got something, right? Ken's got a really strong
Yeah,
holding.
Ken has
I like
a good hand.
Ken's. And he has backdoor clubs.
Backdoor, backdoor.
He has backdoor straight flush draw. So there you go. Although he's not going to get it because I see one of the clubs. Right? And Joanne also has clubs backdoor. Backdoor. Now the hearts get in there, which Adam does have a heart. Will he have heart to bet?
10 high flush.
I feel like that's just a
Probably
calling
not.
hand a lot of
Yeah.
times. You just call to call. He's looking for a queen on the bottom. No, on the top, sorry.
Adam's looking pretty good.
Well, Adam he has the trip queens. No, that's Joanne.
He has.
I'm done trying to analyze. I'm like way off.
Well, he has a flush.
We have two people with queens.
And on the,
There is a straight.
9 queen. Ken has a straight.
Is that a scoop?
No. Adam and Ken, is that right?
I think that's. I'm just looking at the.
Because Adam has a straight. No, I mean Ken has a straight and Adam has a flush.
I missed that.
Yeah. All right.
I popped a straight.
Yeah, I saw that, but I was going for the bottom. Sure. Didn't realize.
Adam folded the best hand, right?
I
no.
thought.
Well, because it paired, I guess.
Yeah, I thought they said scoop. I could be
Oh.
wrong. Because I thought I saw him throw his cards face down.
Oh,
So, which I would have folded a flush in that spot too.
yeah.
That
when
flush.
when the board paired that
Yeah.
way, sure. So we just have a few minutes left, right?
Yep, we are going to 10:30. So 15 minutes left.
Irish pocket
Lots
tens.
of pocket tens, and pocket tens have not won
But look-
tonight.
I thought I just saw German with pocket aces. Did I?
He could have, but he's not there, so it doesn't matter. We'll make sure we tell him though.
Oh, he walked away. He folded pocket aces.
And the two people who are raised
Here
re-raise.
comes Sherman. He would have had pocket aces. Yeah, I saw it go away. I was like, did he just fold pocket aces?
Ooh, he would have got paid too, because there's tens to the an overpair there. Irish's first hand. That would have been fun to see him get stacked with the aces.
Ah, yeah. Lucky Irish. Luck of
He
the
gets
Irish.
really small here.
Luck of the Irish.
Ken may be able to call with second pair, 5-4. And the king queen is going to call. It's got two overs and backdoor flush draw.
Backdoor.
Backdoor.
Clean takeaway was.
Backdoor.
Oh,
gets
now
there.
she gets the backdoor flush.
Backdoor gets there.
100% that the flush doesn't come. That would be very painful for the pocket tens. He bets really small. 1/7 pot.
He's not protecting his hand.
That's just, I mean,
Linda's absolutely calling.
like any 5 or any 8 would call, I would think. And then
He's safe. $182 pot. It's not too shabby. What's his VPIP now? It's 5%. It's gone up.
We needed that in.
He was very patient, Irish,
well, the Irish are known for that.
for their patience.
Their temperament and their patience.
I was in Vegas when that Irish fighter was there. What's his name?
Which one? Is it boxing or MMA?
MMA.
Oh, McGregor?
Yes.
When he was boxing or when he was
When he was fighting.
Oh, Mayweather? Or was he fighting UFC?
He was fighting in Vegas against. Sorry, I don't follow sports that much, but there were so many Irish people.
Oh yeah, he's like a national treasure.
There were so many
so
drunken people. Of course, it's Vegas. A lot of people are drunk, but there were a lot of fights.
Like I said, I don't drink, but we just see a set of fives here. But I have been drunk, and last time I was drunk was in Vegas 30 years ago.
30 years ago? Yeah.
It was the last time I was intoxicated. Shannon wakes up and she bets small. She's keeping the theme here of the evening. He's keeping the theme. He's gonna hate me.
Shannon.
Maybe he's Irish, right? Shannon? Is that Irish?
Shannon is an Irish name.
Couple of Irishmen. Oh, he got raised into by Joanne with the ace. Oh, this could get juicy. I like it just a call here. It was the min raised him.
Joanne raised him, and he just called.
Yeah, and she has two pairs.
All the money is getting in.
Yeah, she is
all
loving
the money
this.
is getting in. Is she going to be a river rat and hit her ace on the river, or her deuce?
I'd rather she hits a deuce. She still loses. Because it's fives full of deuces.
Fives
and deuces
full of
aces.
deuces.
Yeah. So she bets 35, and this is perfect. He just jams. Obviously, he knows that she loves her hand. She's at least got a big ace.
She needs to hit an ace.
She could have ace queen, or she has two pairs. Basically, ace queen. She's dead to one card here, or two cards. Sorry. It's a nice feeling. Shannon doesn't need to improve.
Joanne's got to feel pretty good with that deuce.
I would.
Yeah.
Definitely would call that. It feels like he has an ace as well.
Is there table talk now? Can we hear it?
Yeah. Announce. So I don't know. I got two pairs.
I think Shannon's doing his best. I'm feeling uncomfortable because Joanne says I have two pair. He's like, oh no.
Look at his poker face.
I know.
He says nothing.
He already told a lot. Just a few. He chuckles. It's only 100 to win. 100 for her to call to win 275. So one to three, right? Is she right? One out of three times.
If it was me, I couldn't fold two pairs.
Yeah, I would have to call too, because.
Yeah, it's 100 to call. Did she fold? Oh, she did fold.
That's the right fold.
It was a very good fold.
I had ace deuce.
I don't know a lot of players that would fold that.
Or ace queen.
Good for Joanne. Very good fold.
Well, you had the queen. You probably had ace queen. That's all I can say.
Yeah, ace queen would be tough because he didn't re-raise pre-flop, so you typically can't really.
Yeah, but they're not really re-raising.
That's true. Yeah, it's good.
They're not even re-raising with kings. Or three betting. Yeah.
Oh, you should have told me that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can leave at any time, you know.
German still looks bored. Make sure you let him know about the aces.
I will.
And it was a big pot because everybody had good hands. You would have won a big pot, but
That would have been.
he
He would have won.
He would have pushed the action and got the pot bigger.
He walked away at the wrong time.
Joanne here with a second pair, effectively, and
Everybody folded.
no, we have somebody calling.
MJ
called.
Oh,
It's
check.
on you.
Sorry.
She has MJ has a gut shot. Little no.
She doesn't have anything. She has
Doesn't
ace
have
high,
anything,
and she was
yeah.
thinking she put Joanne on a bluff.
Wait, she has
Is
a
what I would be thinking.
Oh, sure.
just an ace high.
She should bluff this.
I'll check.
I have a pair of 7. I was waiting for these.
5-6 made a lot of sense. If MJ could
Yeah,
have bluffed
MJ,
that,
MJ
right?
had position. She could have bluffed.
She could have bluffed
She
that because the
could've
flush got there and the
represented-
straight got there. That would,
represented a
make a big
flush.
bet, like 65. There's no way that Joanne could call that. I just know it's getting really warm in here. Did I hear a live 10? A straddle?
Somebody
Our first straddle of the evening? Buy that man a drink. Go in there. I could be wrong, but I thought I heard straddle. It's German.
It's a straddle. It's German. I'm surprised he hasn't straddled all night. It's not
That is going to change the game.
his style is to straddle.
MJ with H-Jack has definitely got to raise this.
She did not. I'd say it's a bit of a loose passive game. Wouldn't you say?
A little bit, yeah. People are playing more on the cautious side here, hoping to hit flops. And there you go. Adam hits a flush. Would not have been there if MJ would have raised. I keep harping on the same thing, but now she elects to bet her second pair with very monotone connected board here. And German's going to fold his pair. It's a good fold.
Yeah, so MJ's not really putting him on a flush, so she's thinking her jack could be good. I'm guessing that's what she's going through her head.
Adam goes all in, so I'm just if MJ already
He's all
committed.
in for 650.
Yeah, if MJ was going to put more money into this pot, she should have done a pre-flop. Like, and some of these hands wouldn't have been in there.
That's quite a big bet.
Yeah, but she's only got 200 behind, so it's kind of
Okay.
a little over pot size. Should buy them all shots. They all look unhappy. They just look
Shots.
You get to
tequila
play
shots
playing
for
poker.
everyone.
I mean, they should be fun, right? I mean,
Try to make it fun.
Joe is asking us when the next stream is. I'm not sure. I think we're having streams on Thursday. We just got a new setup here for the stream, so I'm not sure. We're kind of doing this to make sure everything works correctly, but I think it's on Thursdays we're doing it, the round of each.
Do you know if they're still doing the PLO game here?
The stream?
Or the game?
Oh, I don't. Yeah. Well, almost every. Well, they usually do a table with a round of each. I've not seen a straight PLO. I'm sure they do. I don't play here a lot, but they usually do like a round of each
Round and
PLO.
round.
Yeah. I tend to not play those. Although I did play a big. They had a big stream here. I played with round of each. I just waited for Hold'em. And then,
You don't like the PLO too much?
well, I'm not good at it. Let's just say that. I'm not great at it. I mean, I know the rules. I think I play too tight in the PLO game. All right, we have German here, top pair. He's definitely going to bet this multi-way. Hoping to get some diamonds draw to call them. But Ken's the one that leads out here. Ooh, that could slow down German here, right? The flush gets there, and now Ken has a flush draw with the king.
So he'll probably bet out again.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been playing some really good poker. Been more aggressive than the field so far.
He's a strong player, Ken.
And now German improves the 2 pair, not going anywhere. Wins a nice little pot there. Hopefully I can crack a smile on his face. There it is. There it is. There, he's smiling. He's smiling. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Very improved. Yeah.
And German is over that 1K mark.
Cool down.
Let's see, who's the big winner so far?
Pleasant right now.
Looking at Ken at 539, Adam 268, German 320. This is his second
The second one, yeah.
second round. He went earlier.
And we've got Joanne leading the way with VPIP. She was in 3rd or 4th place early on. Now she is number 1, and she's played half the hands.
Yeah,
dealt her,
Joanne.
so nice job.
She gets in there to play.
Good for
And
the
the
stream.
Irish 20%.
Well, he had those queens.
Okay, yeah.
He has some big hands down the road, so.
So right now it's Linda with the lowest V. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
She's played. I think it's still Irish with the lowest. Next, followed by German with only 26%. Is that right? And then Shannon with 28. I thought Shannon and German would be much higher. So I'm a little disappointed in those guys. MJ with King Queen. She outflops Linda. This is a tell.
She goes all in with her top pair.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 179, but no one can call you in that.
I had a good hand. Just this wasn't on the board. Can't guess.
All right, I think that is going to be it for us tonight. So thanks everybody for joining us. I know we'll have streams here in the future. We just have a new production, and we'll let you know what that is. Hey, Michael, how are you doing? Thanks for finally showing up in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want this to go straight into your box, so you'll be notified when we come on board. All right, thank you everybody. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you for having
I enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.
Yes, and thank you all players that played here and everyone watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Check. 6, check. 2 bets, 60. 185.
Are you serious? Oh, shit.
What was it on the hand?